That's right. It's the Don Dada, y'all know it. Know we gotta do this introduction. They finna surrender today. Don't be afraid to get debunked neither. That's why I did. That's why I picked this song. Don't be afraid. I'm waiting on them to come in. Y'all already know. It's the Don Dada, the top shotter, top debunker, top scholar. Nobody want no smoke. Nobody want no conversation. Nobody wants no discourse. Nobody wants a formal or informal debate. Don't be afraid. Y'all know this is an open invitation live. Y'all know that. Open invite. Open invite. AB style. Anybody can get it. I'm the can man. Pretendian. Yes, sir. I'm going to make you tap out or crash out. You know that. Actually, let me go slow on them. Let me go slow on them. I let them know I'm going to take it slow on them. Then we from Texas anyway, so let's go slow. Slow, not chop. Let me antagonize y'all for a minute. What's the backdrop say? I know y'all one of these, but I only get like two, 3 people to come to the live a day because y'all scary. So who's right? Stake your claim. Stand on it, substantiate it. Pretendians, Hotep, Israelites, more spiritualists, Christians, and NOI. I know at the very least y'all spiritual. Because y'all be saying not religious, spiritual. Y'all know what y'all talking about. And you want to talk to me about it. You want to stay delusions. You want to coping mechanisms. You want to escapism. You don't want to deal with reality. And I just want the world to know. You can't move forward with people who have beliefs, with people who have subscriptions to fallacies and fiction. That's just the facts of it. So let me go ahead and put the invite. Y'all already know what it is. This is my thing. Why these people don't never have discourse with each other? You know why? Because they all lying. They all lying. Right? Because if somebody was right or they thought they were right, it would be one Israelite or one pretendian or one more calling out all these other ideologies, beliefs, and religions. But that's not the case. But I'm doing that. I'm calling out all the Abrahamic religions, all the spiritual beliefs, all the misinterpretations off the mythologies that y'all been conflated and syncretized into religion, right? What's that shit y'all be on? Y'all be on theosophy, don't even know it. Y'all be on some German racist shit and don't even know it. Y'all be on some white supremacist shit and don't even know it. And won't even have a conversation about it because y'all are scary. Yeah, this is what I do. I let all the men know that they scared. I let all the women know that these men are scary, right? That they standing behind. So you may have heard of me. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't do nothing, repost the live so it can get your algorithm for the people who do subscribe to this, who do have the courage to debate about it. Come on and pull up and see if they can stand this shot. I don't think y'all can do it. This is a trick shot. Y'all might as well go play games at the fair before y'all play with me. You ain't gonna win no prize. It's a fact. I do this. I really don't see nobody doing it like this. Who deconstructs all of the misinformation? You may run across a lie where they cherry pick the Abrahamic religion, maybe a Muslim, want to deconstruct Christianity or vice versa. Who takes down spirituality? Who do that? We got a couple of them coming up. We're going to bring them up for surely. All right, let me go ahead and open up the backdrop so y'all can see what's going on. I make them surrender, y'all. Watch here. Quote my word. All right, we got, I think, Straight came up first. What's good, Straight? You want to add to the backdrop of the conversation? Anything you heard so far?
Basically, man, who have you deconstruct? I haven't seen you deconstruct any NRIs yet.
You say you haven't seen me deconstruct? The live just started. Or you been following me or something?
I mean, this ain't the first time you do it, right? You've been doing it for a while, right?
All the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen you deconstruct any NOIs.
Oh, you say NOIs?
Is that NOI at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't seen you deconstruct NOIs, any 5%ers. I really ain't seen you do no real mores.
Yeah, you ain't been around. So is that what you standing on?
I just know you ain't been around no real Moors to find out
So
information.
we ain't gonna have no courage to come out the closet and say what ideology we standing on. These people scared from the jump. So just note that. What ideology are you standing on? You or which one are you? You Islam, Orthodox Islam, Nation of Islam? Are you Moorish Science Temple of America? Which one?
I'm neither, actually.
Okay, so why? What are you pushing back on? Are you saying this one is right? Because if you focus on the backdrop, it says who's right.
You sound like a salesman. You know that? You from New York?
I'm asking a question.
I'm asking you from
I'm
New York,
getting deflection. I'm the host. Let me. You don't come into people's house,
brother. Listen,
going
this
to the
ain't your
refrigerator,
house. You
telling them
don't
what they're
own the
gonna eat for
platform. You
dinner.
don't invest in bite
So,
dance. I'm asking you a
all
question.
right, all right. We're gonna get deflections every time, y'all, because these people can't
Okay.
not stand the heat. They cannot stand the heat.
You're
So
not
I'm
really
asking
getting
him
no
which
heat
one. I'm
though.
asking him which one is right. He's talking about locations and salesmen. We focus
There's no
on the
such thing.
information over
There's
here.
no
We don't
such thing.
focus
There's
on.
no
Listen,
such
I
thing
know
as right.
y'all used to a
There
lot of
is no
lives where
such
they
thing
do a
as
lot of
right
the ad
spirituality.
hominems and
But
talk over the host and be disruptive and don't get to any information.
I
That's
said
not the case. Why are you coming off and mute while the host is talking? This is a perfect
because you ain't
example. So you
shit.
don't get to ask me any questions.
I'm a,
We have a prompt up here and it's specific with an exclamation mark and a question mark. So let's talk about the prompt. Don't ask me what I do for a living. Don't ask me where I'm located because it's not pertinent or relevant to the backdrop.
I
So
never
once again,
asked you that.
you said something about New York. You said something about Selman. So once again, don't talk about it. Get straight to the prompt, or else I'll just drop you. Get to some more pseudos. So who's right? Pretendians, Hoteps, Israelites, more spiritualists, Christians, or NOIs? You're not claiming to be none of them, so you just a troll.
The Moors are right.
Okay, so what is a Moor?
What do you mean? What is a Moor? A
Define
Moor,
Moor.
a Moor is a combination of Berbers and northern Arabs who actually studied a multiplicity of
No,
things.
no, North
Primarily,
African, North African.
brother, listen. If you're gonna let me
No,
answer,
you
or
said
or you
Northern
gonna talk
Arabs.
over
I'm
me?
correcting you before you
I
get off
said
on the Arabs.
Berbers. I said Berbers and North
No,
Africans.
you did not say
I
North
said
African.
North
So, and
Arabs.
then let me let y'all know. I don't know if y'all seen the last post. These are going to YouTube. So as soon as you say something that's a lie or disingenuous,
I'm
and I call it out on
YouTube.
YouTube, they're gonna be able to go back and look at it and say, "Oh yeah, that nigga's definitely a liar. That nigga, the Don Dada, definitely cooked the nigga." So,
Okay.
go ahead though, bro. They're
You do
North
this shit
African
until you
Muslims.
listen. Okay, until you do this on real. Listen, what's gonna really
He's
give you
gonna
some
talk about me,
validation?
y'all. He's not gonna talk about the
I'm
information.
not listen until you listen. I said you asked me with the Moors. I told you a mixture of Berbers and North Africans. Specifically, that's the Moor, the original
No, you
Moors, the
said
ones
North
that
Arabs,
actually.
brother. Now, if you misspoke, then you can admit to misspeaking. But like I say, y'all are not intellectually honest from the beginning. But
You
anyway,
do know that. You do know that the Northern Africans, actually, the majority of them was Arabs. You do know that it's a mixture. And then the actual
no,
spiritualism of the Moors.
they
Are you gonna let me
weren't.
speak? Are you gonna let me speak?
When did the Arabs
Are
come
you
into
gonna?
North Africa?
What you mean? The Arabs have always been there.
Okay, so that's an error, right? So
Okay.
let's
So
look
you got to
into it. Let's
debunk
look
it. You
into
got to
it. No,
debunk it.
no,
You got to
no.
debunk it, though.
Listen. I'm
Listen,
saying
if
it
you
like
don't
listen.
debunk,
This is what I'm doing. You haven't said anything that I've said was incorrect. I've said two things that you said was incorrect, and then you're already running. So y'all know I expect them to run, but unfortunately I ain't got Jenny pulled up yet. So now I should have known 15 minutes into not even 15, 10 minutes into the live. We got to pull Jenny up. Jenny. They can't listen. If you're gonna make a claim and I say you wrong, let me prove you wrong. Y'all just want to like this is the thing, and I know y'all don't have the patience for it. But when somebody is making an error, I don't let that go. I say no, and I correct it right there. He literally said North Arabs. Then he said they've always been there. So us all of us, since we're all intellectually honest, we're gonna go to Google and see when the Arabs came into North Africa, so we can show you why he ran and why he thought he was just gonna yap and not be corrected. When did the Arabs come into North Africa? And my AI overview, as yours should say too, if you don't look it up, that's your bad. You gonna have to trust me, bro. Because that's what y'all niggas do anyway. Y'all don't cross-reference, y'all don't do any due diligence. So what's the use of me showing my screen, you know what I'm saying, and be a real nigga like I am, when y'all don't give a shit about that. So Arabs first entered North America around the mid 7th century during the early Muslim conquest with the invasion of Egypt, starting in 639 AD. 639 AD. 639 AD. So we're talking about around 1400 years ago. So yeah, they have not always been in North Africa. Moors, I like to call them morons, don't know a bitch ass thing about scholarship, let alone their own indoctrination. All right, so
Hey, what's up, man?
what's up, Overwater? All right, so let's get the guy. Hold tight for me, Overwater. Guy, appreciate your patience. You want to touch on the backdrop or anything you heard in the conversation so far?
I mean, yeah, sort of like with all the different religions and stuff. I feel like they're all right in their own way, but they're never going to point out their own flaws. You know what I mean? They're not going to speak on what's
All right, so this is going to be longer.
wrong with them.
This one is going to be a little bit longer because he said they're all right in their own way. So how is Judaism right?
Well, there's this video I got. I can show you like you can like prove a little bit of a point. You know what I mean? It speaks pretty good about it. It's like a 10-second video.
So you can't like summarize or like remember verbatim a 10-second video. I got to watch the video.
No, I can put it on for you right now. You just hear
Okay,
it.
yeah. Just try to summarize. How is Judaism? How is any of the Abrahamic religions true? So that just tackles three of them right now, or actually
That's a
four.
good point. Let me see.
In Palestine, I'm still worried about these niggers. The hell with Palestine. That shit full of sand niggers. The hell with Netanyahu.
Like something like that, you know. I feel like he makes
Okay,
a good point.
so now I love a racist because they
To
are
hell
just
with
as pseudo. They are
Palestine.
just as pseudo as the rest of the pseudo. So we can show you how ignorant a racist is. So do you want to actually touch on this backdrop, or are you done trolling? I know your trolling doesn't normally last past a minute before people drop you and block you.
No,
But
no, he's
I'm
100%
gonna
right.
entertain
I
you, and I'm
mean,
gonna show people.
to
I
hell
love
with
to show people
Palestine.
how
Fuck the
ignorant a
sand.
racist is.
I mean, it's just the way it is, you know. I mean,
What is
personally,
the
in my opinion,
what is the way it is?
fuck the sand niggers, you know. And
Why are you bleeping yourself? You sound like my mother trying to cuss.
and
Or
same
do you
with
want to be a
the
racist? Do you want to be a racist or do you not? You're on TikTok. I can't grab you, buddy.
no,
Go
I just
ahead.
don't want to fucking get banned. But
It don't
it's
get
like
banned, buddy. I say that word all the time. You don't give a damn about being banned. You're not a content creator. You have 17 followers, buddy. You're a troll. Be a troll. Be proud about it. Now, but you didn't expect to get called out on your ignorance. So let's debate it. You like that word nigga, right? Where does the word nigga derive from? What does the word mean?
probably from Nigeria. I don't fucking know.
No, the
Niger.
fuck it doesn't. You're dumb shit. And like I say, I substantiate.
It's just Niger
No,
with
no,
another
no. It
G.
no.
I don't know.
It probably doesn't. Right. So nigger comes from a slang from the Spanish word, Portuguese word, negro, meaning black. So when you say someone's a nigga, a negro, you're just saying black. Negro and black are synonymous. We don't give a fuck. The definition for this means a sub-Saharan African. So now that you know that that's not a derogatory term, won't you pick something else? You cracker ass, eighth grade surfing looking ass motherfucker. I think that's what it is. It's two things that these white folks are jealous of when it
I
comes to
don't know,
men.
man.
It's
I don't
penis
know.
envy. And ironically, their own psychologist told us about this. Freud told us about this. Penis envy. Me personally, I'm a thick 8. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. So that is envy. Like all the racists are jealous and envious of that because we can hit the G spot where they can't. So this is why they end up turning into cucks. This is why they end up turning into cucks, right? And being hateful because there's no logical reason. There's no rational reason. There's no substantial reason. There's no metric for European people of European descent to be hateful, discriminatory against people of African descent, besides the inferiority complex.
I don't think it's that, man. Like, in my opinion, like my dick's 8 inches. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
It
it's
just so
more
happens to
so
be the
just
same. It
I
just so
don't
happens
like
to be the
niggers.
same
Like,
size, y'all. So
no, I
now we're
swear
gonna
to
have to
God, on my
go.
mom's
Now we're gonna have to go.
lifetime,
Now I'm
it's
gonna have to
nice.
send y'all my Twitter. Now I'm gonna have to send y'all my Twitter. So I'm gonna send y'all my ex account. I'm gonna put it in the comments, and we'll see if he put his ex account in the comment. And we're
I
gonna
swear to God,
literally
that's what
measure.
it is.
No, we're literally gonna measure dicks, cause ain't no way a white boy's coming close. And if it is, you're definitely not as thick as me. You
I
pencil dick prick.
like. Do you like a dick study or some shit?
Yes, we are
I'll tell
definitely.
you
I
what it
already
is,
told
man.
you. I already told you the dick study's already out there. With Freud
That's
already
some
did. It's called
bullshit. It's
penis
probably some
envy.
fat dude.
It's all
I can
penis
tell you right
envy.
now, when I was in basic training, the biggest
Well, I'm tired of
dude
waiting
had
and
the
listening
smallest
to
dick.
this cracker and stuff. So I just
The
wanted to
biggest
ask you,
black dude there had the
shut the
smallest dick.
fuck up, white boy.
Shut
So
the
what I,
fuck up, man.
what I
I
wanted to,
actually thought that was you. I actually thought it was you.
all I wanted to
That I
ask
was that I
host
was
is,
asking.
so who are so-called black people you think we're of African descent?
Okay, so I got and I'm not dodging your question. I'm not. I'm gonna answer it like right now. So I'm just saying I got a debate coming up. And in the debate, it's like a formal debate. It's not like no TikTok shit. You know. So in the debate, in the opening statements, you have to, on your purpose, you have to define terms, establish your core argument, and present your main thesis. This is probably like about 15 minutes of the debate. So in the first purpose, we have to define our terms. So we saying, what is black people? We think they're of African descent. So first we have to define black. Because it's a conflation, it's a misinterpretation that's been going on for centuries that black just means dark-skinned people. And that's not the case. If we look up to the definition of black, of course it's going to have like, I think 54 or 45 definitions under black, because it's a homonym, it has different definitions. When we're talking about specifically the black race, it has a definition of it. And it's referring to the dark-skinned groups of people of sub-Saharan African origin or descent. So you cannot be black without being sub-Saharan African origin or descent. So we, black people in America, are descendants of Africans. That's why we are called black. Nobody else but sub-Saharan Africans and their descendants are black. You never knew that until now.
Well, no. So have you ever seen the Zondervan Bible Dictionary? It says the progenitor of the dark races, the Egyptians, the Canaanites, but not the Negroes. Have you ever seen that?
Are you referring to the Hamitic curse, bro?
Well, my whole thing is, if you think you come from a loser African, I feel sorry for you, because Africans ain't shit.
Okay.
So if that's who you come from, you's a loser and you's a nobody. You's a joke.
I think you just like that white boy, huh? You just
No,
want to come up here and get your. You
I'm
gonna
just
stay up here?
saying, like,
I'm gonna let you get your row out, but I feel like you gonna say. I feel like
a lot of Africans can't even grow a beard, bruh.
So if I show you Africans that got beards, then you will be a liar, won't you?
I mean, those might be the chosen ones. And Africa is named after.
Okay, so when we
Africa's named after a white man. Africa's named after a white man, nigga.
Okay, so you getting loud?
You a dumbass nigga.
Why you getting loud and I'm not getting loud?
No, because Africa is.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you're going through cognitive dissonance and you want to crash out because you don't have any evidence to substantiate your claims, your beliefs. This is what you believe, and I can tell you're a believer because you already alluded to creationism, referring to the chosen ones. So I can tell right now you're a creationist, which obviously by your name you believe in God. You don't know where God from. But yeah, starting off, Africa does not just get its name from a white person. I could correct everything you said if you was intellectually honest about your pursuit for knowledge, but you're not. I can tell because you just want to come up on here and be boisterous and disruptive. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna let you speak. Ask me a question and we can get to an answer, and then I'm gonna ask you a question and we can get to an answer, and we can go back and forth and have a mature conversation with emotional regulation as black men without crashing out. Because let me let y'all know a story. I seen a dude lose his life in a basketball game over argument, like straight get splattered, and for me, this is the pattern with niggas. You know, we don't know how to control our emotions because a lot of men are raised around women, so they act like bitches. And they scream like hoes when they get emotional. So they don't have any emotional control because they wasn't raised around men.
Or you mute people like a bitch.
Which is exactly why he's raising his voice and being disruptive. We don't have the patience. It's the same patience that it takes to learn. The same patience that it takes to read. The same patience that it takes to have a conversation. So go ahead and ask me a question. And then I'll ask you a question.
Okay, well, you mute people like a bitch.
Is that a question?
That's what you do. You mute people like a bitch. And so Alki Bulan or Africa,
for knowledge, bro.
What is the name of the place? Alki Bulan or Africa? Which one?
But neither one are the original name for Africa. So Al-Qabulan is referring to, once again, that 7th century when Arabs come into Africa. Obviously, you won't find any etymology, any definitions for the word Al-Qabulan because it's not an English word and it doesn't come from any of the earlier languages that predate the English language, the Latin, Roman, or the Greek, or any of the Semitic African languages. It's coming from an Arabic word. So Africa, actually, a white person isn't named that. This dude is dumb as fuck. Talk about Scipio Africanus, not knowing that Scipio Africanus was named after Africa, after supposedly conquering a piece of Africa. Now, when it comes to Africa, of course, we don't know that the whole continent is not found until the Scramble for Africa in the Berlin Conference in the 19th century.
You keep insulting and talking fast.
Shut your dumb ass up. You'll never know nothing if you don't listen. Ho. Listen, I'm telling you where the name of Africa come from, you dumb bitch. So, of course, these motherfuckers don't discover all of Africa. So they just know the northern part of Africa. We're referring to the Greeks. In them, right? So they come across a northern tribe of people called the Afri. The Afri people actually are still in Africa. It's an ethnic group in Northeast Africa. Afri means dust, and you can confirm this with your biblical ass in the Bible, right? Afar, it translates to dust. Afri, afar. This is the root word for Africa. So once again, dumb shit. It's not named after Scipio Africanus. I can definitely predate that chronologically. You're just with these niggas, all they do is repeat these videos they hear online. They've never read nothing in their life. They know they can't read without saying nothing out loud. And they know if they did, they would sound like third graders because these are niggas that are composed of the average of fourth grade black niggas reading levels.
Okay, so the origin of the name Africa is disputed, but most scholars agree it came from either the Phoenician or Greek language. You conquered by white boys, use a bitch, and I'll smoke you in real life, pussy
You
ass
will
nigga.
never smoke nobody, bro. Go smoke somebody today, bro.
Yeah, I'll smoke you,
Go
right?
smoke somebody today, bro. Go do it. Go do it. Go smoke somebody. Go smoke your mama. Go smoke your daddy, because that's who you really mad at. So just go have the courage to take it out on who you really fucked up about. It's your mama for fucking your ugly ass daddy and making your dumb ass. And then take it even farther. Go take it to your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Go take it to your grandmother and your grandfather. Because it's their fault for bringing your dumb ass mother here and not raising her to be a better bitch than the fuck on your hoe ass, lame ass, deadbeat ass, ghost ass daddy. I know the reason why y'all mad. It ain't got nothing to do with this information.
Nah,
That's why y'all can't talk about the information. Y'all have to deflect. The Phoenicians in the Greek. Bitch, I literally just said it comes from them motherfuckers. I literally just said it comes from these motherfuckers coming into Africa. So, once again, this is just Northern Africa. Of course, over time, this is the word that was used for the continent. Has no relevance to anything in the backdrop or anything this nigga want to claim, because he don't want to make a claim. Because as soon as he do, I'm a tear this nigga paradigm down. I'm gonna tear this nigga paradigm down. So, you asked me 2 questions. Let's move on. Let's actually address the prompt for a second. Who's right? The Britannians, Hotep, Israelites, the Moors, spiritualists, Christians, or NOIs? That's your first question. I've answered 3.
nah, and it's no hard feelings because I'm from the hood. I'm used to people trying to disrespect, and it's just the internet. Like,
Okay, once again, I don't give a fuck about the monologues. Let's get
you're
on information. Who is right? The Britannians, the Hotep, and this is what I do. Like when y'all niggas get disrupted like this, I just send y'all to pseudo hell. I send y'all where y'all want to go. Y'all want to go to delusion, psychosis, purgatories. Go ahead, bitch. I love that for y'all niggas. You think I'm one of these? I'm not a Christian. I don't have to do good. I want you niggas to go through psychosis and schizophrenia and have your whole family cut you off for you be broke and poor and end up on the motherfucking streets. This is what I want for y'all. That's what happens.
just
That's
go
what
back,
happens when I block you niggas. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up talking to me. You came
back
up.
to
I have
Africa.
a prompt in the backdrop. So let's go over the backdrop. I'm trying to let you talk, but you trying to talk about dumb shit. You talking about you from the hood, nigga. You not. You from the suburb of the hood. So once again, who's right? The presidents. I'm sorry, the presidents, the pretendians, the hoteps, the Israelites, the Moors, spiritualists, or the Christians, or the NOI. And then tell me why they right.
Go be with your Africans in Africa,
So
nigga.
now this
Go
nigga's getting
suck.
sent to pseudo hell. He will never have access
Go
to the
be an
Don Dada
African, nigga.
no more.
Go back to Africa,
So
goofy.
never. I don't even know where they come from. Niggas can't answer the backdrop. They just talk about Africa. Niggas is just on Africa dick all day, bro. Like he talking about Africa, the name, like, bro, Africa is not in the backdrop at all. It's not. This nigga got pareidolia. These niggas seeing the continent. Niggas so scared of Africa. Sage B. All right, who's right? The pretendians, the hoteps, the Israelites. Oh, I love what Drewski just did for the Israelites. I'm talking to Drewski right now, trying to get him to do one for the pretendians next. Once Drewski do it for the pretendians, fade to black. The Moors, the spiritualists, Christians, or NOI members.
What's the right about what?
Which one is right? So let me break it down for the dumb shits. The pretendians are the people that claim that black people was here prior to colonialism. The hoteps is the niggas that claim that we was ancient Egyptians. The Israelites is niggas that claim that obviously we was the Hebrew Israelites. The Moors is niggas that claim that they are the Moors, but they don't know what the Moors is. Spiritualists is niggas that believe in supernatural fiction shit. They can't substantiate none of that shit. The Christians believe that Jesus Christ is the Savior and He died for their sins. And the Nation of Islam believe in some bullshit. So all these niggas is wrong. Um, Tap the screen, repost. Let's see if we can get some like actually like these members in here, because y'all know they got me, you know what I'm saying, banned like that, bro. Y'all pushing nigga up. Y'all want to see the smoke. Y'all let people chat on here all the time. Who has a panel that's inviting all of these ideologies and saying I'm proving them wrong? Like we
Well,
got.
I mean, I don't. they're not. Well, all right. So if you're talking about black identity, because there's a kind of
I'm
different
not talking about black identity.
context.
I'm not talking about black identity. Nothing talking about black identity.
Well, you said originally, black. They say pretending to say black people was here. You literally said that before Columbus, right?
Right.
Then you said
Black is
the
not a
whole
black.
set.
Black is not identity. It's a race.
It has many different functions
But
of
we're
the
referring
term.
to the race. Obviously, we're not talking about people in gloomy, right?
Well,
We're not talking about the
well,
color. We're talking about the race.
I would say this: if you're talking about race, none of them are correct because race didn't exist until 1790. So, I mean, now if you want to break it into some other form of group or caste systems, we can do that, but not the race. Um,
So the race known as black people, right? To say if we were to use, I like that. I like what you did there. I do. So let's say if we were to take these concepts all the way back into 5500 BC, which none of these predate, and apply them to these terms, modern day race, apply them to these terms, just for the sake of conversation, because that is a great thing that you did. He's 100% correct. These terms wasn't invented until the late 18th century, so the application to them automatically it is a loaded question. So I'm glad you at least caught that.
so if we was to use this same construct, which I don't think this construct can be technically used, in any type of biological form because it's not biological.
We're
But
not talking about
however,
it
if I was,
biologically though.
huh?
We're not talking about it biologically. But even if we
Yeah.
were to talk about it biologically, I could force it. I could make that argument. But we'll do that after this one.
But I'll like if you're talking about like our pretend. I think the only thing that's correct is history records, right? And even records have some level of scrutiny to it.
So let me write
So
that down. Let me
anything
write that down. You think historical records are true?
I say it has some level of scrutiny to it, yes.
So why bring it up?
But
Okay, so hold on.
not
So now
all
let's hold
historical
on.
records are
Let me reel it
factual.
back in. So we're saying we're going to use the modern um, construct of race of black and apply that to these ancient terms. Go back 5500 BC, so it's applicable to everyone on here. How would the black people be in America prior to colonialism? And then after that, we'll go to how are black people the ancient Egyptians.
Okay, so under the construct of race, black people wouldn't exist, but like it wouldn't even be a black. It wouldn't be a concept of blackness. Period. Now, if you want to talk about dark skinned people
Okay, no,
around the
we don't.
world,
No, we don't. We don't. We
it's
want to
kind
be.
of hard. I can't
Okay, hold on.
really
Once
really
again,
give
this
it.
is the third time I'm doing it. It's a hypothetical. We're trying to say the black people because these are the people modern day who's claiming these people. Modern day black people, African Americans, if you even want to do that, they are the modern people who are claiming these people. Now, I know you don't want to use African Americans because you're going to say 1980 something. So let's just get away from the semantics. Use the hypothetical. The definitions for black under the social construct is not biologically a truth. We agree. Let's apply that to antiquity, to history, and just substantiate that black people was ever the Pretendians. I'm sorry, was ever here prior to colonialism. The reason why you're not answering this question, and I'm gonna have to ask it for the third time, is because you know it's a loaded question.
Yeah, because it's not really like I would say were Africans here prior to colonialism. I can't prove that, and I wouldn't necessarily argue that.
What
But if
people
you're
who
talking
phenotypically
about black people, which is a construct that became something in the 1600s, a cast that came about in the 1600s, and I'm assuming that you're correlating that to dark skinned people that might be from sub-Saharan or West Africa, right? So I would just say if you are trying to argue or were Africans here prior to Columbus, I don't know. I don't really care.
black
You know
people,
what I
black
mean?
people,
To
black
be honest,
people, black. So
like I'm just
so I
trying
like
to
I like I like this. So because we got to be careful with our words here. So yeah, what
because
I am
words
saying,
matter.
yeah, they do. So what I am saying is that modern day black people, African Americans, were never here prior to colonialism. Who we are, our identity, what that is, what black is defined is, what African American is defined is, which is somebody West and Central Sub-Saharan African descent. We know who we. I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna stay off that part. But yeah, we get to that. Yeah, we know who we are as an ethnic group. Is there any way to substantiate that we were here prior to colonialism?
I would say there's a way to substantiate strictly that there were dark skinned people here prior to colonialism. I wouldn't say people of any African descent unless that can be validated. But there's a conversation between ethnic groups and colorism now. You know what I mean? And that's where these kind of arguments kind of go incorrect, because what people do is they try to blanket everybody under one thing, right? Man, that's fine if you're talking in reference to
That's what an
yourself.
ethnic group is, though, right?
Well, yes, but however, there's context of what we're speaking of. Like, if you're speaking of the Black American ethnic group, right, or whatever you want to call that, we went through our ethnogenesis in this country, just like an Ashkenazi Jew went through an ethnogenesis to become Ashkenazi. You know what I mean? Then that is our specific ethnic group. That doesn't really specify all the different lineages that formed that ethnic group, right? Because not all of us come from the same lineage.
Well, what makes the African American ethnic group? What defines it?
Well, African American. Lord,
all of the lineages
to be fair, I won't even argue that. I'm not here to argue those semantics. But what forms the African American, Black American ethnic group is the combination of these different people living under a certain shared culture, history, and what's the word? Experiences.
And what's their proven origins in America?
So in America, the shared culture, experiences, and all the many other different forms that create an ethnic group would be not only slavery, which formed people under one caste system, but also post-slavery was where we lived at, where we communed at, where we evolved to commune at even throughout the future, and also the harms that we face throughout history since the beginning of our coming together, shared in beginning of
What is that beginning? What is that beginning? Because you mentioned slavery.
The beginning of the shared experience that creates the Black American ethnic group, I would say, is primarily there was freed colored people, but also really slavery.
Okay,
is really the foundation.
So we don't have no origin in America prior to chattel slavery. Thank you.
Well, not as an ethnic group, no.
Right. So when it comes to
we have lineages that trace further back to many different places. It just depends on where you can trace it back to, I guess.
Yeah, but in America, we don't have any lineages that we can trace back to prior to colonialism. So that's why pretendianism is not.
Yes, we do.
Okay, name one.
Yes, we do. There's tons of people who can trace their lineage prior to colonialism
in America.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question, y'all. And this is the irony when people say that for me. In what language would that be documented in?
It's not about it being documented necessarily in a different language.
That's what genealogical.
Hold up.
Because I'm referring to genealogical records.
But hold up, there are indigenous records. Yes, there are. However, that is very few. But to say that someone doesn't come from a lineage that was here prior to colonialism, that record can actually be post settlers, right? That could be post settlers. Whoa, let me finish.
Post is not
the record. The record in itself.
I'm sorry, because we're not talking about the same thing right now. And you going left. So what I'm talking about is genealogical records. You said they can prove that they was here prior to colonialism. Then that means pre, not post. We need pre-genealogical documentation. I'm asking what language would that be written in? And now go ahead, because we went left after that, because you must have misheard or something else. So you can come off of mute.
Okay, so if you are perceiving genealogical records to be strictly like birth certificates, unalive certificates, or census records, then
I did not say anything specific. Just give me a language that it's documented in.
There's many different histories
So
and
so once again, I think
records
we're running. I think we're running. I think we're
recorded
running.
in
Sage. I think we're
Algonquin.
running, brother. I think we're
Okay,
running. I'm
okay.
asking for a specific language that these records are documented in.
I would say there are records documented in Algonquin.
Okay, so
Hmm.
Algonquin is when now we're finna cross reference this. So
Go ahead.
now, so I'm finna see how old is the Algonquin written language. How old is the Algonquian written language? The term
Mind you,
Algonquin.
Algonquin is a language family, but yes, it's a very old language.
The
But go
earliest
ahead.
known writing systems records of the Algonquian date back to the 1600s, with the emergence of a Canadian symbol. Actually, let me play it so y'all, because y'all know I'll lie. Y'all know I'll lie. I'm the disingenuous one. I'm gonna play it. Hold on.
To the early 1600s, with the emergence of a Canadian, the earliest known written records of the term Algonquin date back to the early 1600s, with the emergence of a Canadian syllabic system appearing around the late 1800s.
So we don't have the Algonquian written language until the 1600s. So it's impossible for us to have pre-colonial records because, as we know,
So we have hold up. We do have scripts prior to Columbus. Okay, so we have Maya script, Zapotec script, Mixtec codices, Aztec codices, Olmec, Epa-Olmec script. Post-contact native authored records include wampum and proto writing. Wampums are usually on wampum belts, but anyway, that's another conversation. Mission and native scribes going into the 1600s who recorded their history, such as the Massachusetts Bible 1663, Wampanoag petitions in 1600 and deeds in the 1600s, the Cherokee syllabary, which was created in the translated in the 1800s. We have
1800s. Okay,
oh,
so
we
perfect,
also
perfect, perfect.
have hold up. We
Perfect. And
have
you can know,
native
you can keep all the
treaties.
rest of, you can keep all the rest of them to yourself. What I need to know is, with any of those written languages that you're claiming, provide genealogical records that prove that Black people was in America prior to colonialism.
I would definitely say yes, especially if you're
So
talking
provide
about,
a source,
especially okay. I will provide you a source. Hold on.
and this is it, y'all. This is when they go into the deep place, falling, never to return with the source. Yeah. So and we just, I'm a little chill. I'm not going to dwell on the Algonquin language. You know what I'm saying? Not appearing in written records until the 17th century, even though we claimed that it was here prior to colonialism, which is of course in the 15th century. We're 2 centuries off, y'all. 200 years away from being true. But I'm not going to say you're a liar. I'm not going to say you're spreading misinformation. I'm not going to say you need to tighten up your scholarship, because I'm trying to be emotionally mature. I'm trying to take an approach that will really work with these people to try to get through to them. But when we talk about written languages, the reason why I know to go there is because obviously there's no genealogical records, especially that you niggas can read. This in America prior to
Well,
colonialism.
not all forms of records need to be
What's up,
read.
sis?
Again, like when we're talking about
I know
history,
you. I know
it's
you're
not
not back
based.
without a source.
I'm about to give you one, right? Because
Or,
I'm
or let
just
me know. Let me know the
prefacing.
source. I'll look it up right now. Go ahead. Let me know the
Oh,
source.
okay, all right. In the codex of Azcatitlan, another pictorial history of the Mexican Aztec migration and the conquest.
So
The
are we
Wikipedia,
going to
hold
make
up, the
pictographs?
Wikipedia
Are we trying to make
summary mentions,
pictographs?
guided by the dark-skinned priests, they crossed from Aztlan into the domain of the Altepetl of the Coahuila. So
So he's here without a source.
that's a record.
Just like you're
That is
reading
a
it, you can
record
put it on the screen.
from the Mexica Aztec. I will spell it out for you. Codex Azcatitlan. Okay, you should cross-reference that. Also,
And why you can't? If you looking at it,
oh,
why we can't look at it? You can easily screenshot and put it on the screen.
I'm not screenshotting. I'm looking at it from my laptop.
Well, you can
Sorry,
so
I
you can
don't
put
be
this
doing
camera
all
on
the
and
switching.
tell you can put your camera on and
Do
do
you,
it.
do you so you can spell it out or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just spelled it out, but I will spell it out again.
We can't verify the source with you turning your camera on.
I just told you the source. You just don't want to
No.
type it out. I'm not turning on my I'm not doing all that. I'm
All
just
right,
told
all
I
right, all
just
right, all
spelled it
right. So
out.
yeah, at the end of the day,
But
it's all right. It's a pictograph, so it don't I mean it don't matter. I'm asking
a
for a written.
pictograph is a record. And so
Yeah, I'm asking for a written language, and then, like I say, y'all niggas can't read this. To make a claim that it's y'all people, to make a claim that it's
I'm not claiming those are my people. What I'm
yeah,
saying
that's
is
what I'm saying.
what
Any
you're
black
asking.
person, any black person. This is the
What you're
claim.
asking is for you're
Genealogical
asking for
records that black
records
people was in
of
America prior
people
to
of dark
colonialism.
skin being here.
What?
There
Huh?
go
You
records
said
of
dark
dark
skin?
skin
Did you
people
say
being
dark
here.
skinned people? I
That's
did not say that.
clear.
No, I'm specifying black
Black
people.
people didn't exist until the
I'm
1600s.
specifying black people, not dark skinned people. My mechanic named Negro, and he's Mexican. Yeah, so he dark. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, you never know. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is there's clearly depictions of dark brown skinned people
Which are not black
in the
because
Americas
you cannot say that
pre-Columbian.
dark.
There's
What is
also
that saying? Why are y'all saying that?
But
Like I don't.
also genealogically, what you would have to do is tie yourself to a tribe because there are not going to be individual genealogical records outside of wampums, mostly which dictate
So
a
this is what I'm
certain.
gonna do. Let me see. Let me see, y'all. Like I'm just trying to make it simple for everyone. Is there any genealogical or any type of discipline, scientific discipline that we can prove to substantiate that black people being the ethnic group, African Americans, we already went over this, that we was here prior to colonialism. Let me get one source and let me get the name of that source and let me get the site for that source. And I'll tell you what I'll do while you're thinking about it. So in my mind, I'm just like how I did when I was studying the Bible. I'm like, well, what's the oldest religion? And I go like this. So what's the oldest human remains found in America? And who is this DNA traced to? And then what's after that? And what's after that? And what's after that? It's never no niggas. But that's why I say we ain't gonna take it biologically because that's too complex for people. We just talk about it in a way people can understand. Most times people go to genealogy, but like I'm saying, y'all cannot provide genealogical records before these Europeans is over here documenting y'all. You go into these Native American languages, you cannot associate yourselves with these tribes in any way. It's a stretch Armstrong ass reach. And it still ain't a mountain. So it's best to side on the side of logic, opposed to try to make a conspiracy and a YouTube psyop be true. This is really. Let me explain what's going on to y'all. This is the new like MK Ultra, right? The internet play games on people's brain, yada yada yada. This is why they do it. This is why they don't never let me pop because I know better. And if I let y'all know, I might make y'all snap out of it if it ain't too late. Because these questions can't get answered. This is the difference. What I say on my page, I'll debate. They won't. That's the difference. I want to talk about it. They don't. I'm getting blocked. I'm sending invites. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Who's right? The grifters that's getting hundreds of thousands of views. If it was really that slick and some sick information for black people to be on, it would not get pushed in the algorithm. I wish we could see that. I wish we would know that. If we had that much power for real, we would unite for real. Well, if we had 300,000 people unite on one thing, it would really be real. So yeah, we're never, like I say, this is the abyss moment for you. I didn't expect you to come back. You're not even on tea time right now. You're not even looking for a source right now. There's no records to stamp it, substantiate it. So the pretendians, like obviously they're off the list. If the oldest human remains tied to Amerindians, and you can't find any way, shape, form to make a black person be in America prior to colonialism, if you can't substantiate that in any kind of way, let it go.
The issue is that people are just not focused on the individuality. So if you're gonna make a claim to be something, then you need to prove it based off of your specific genealogy. You can't live vicariously through other people's genealogy. You don't know unless you share their lineage, which most likely you don't. You can't just live vicariously and just say, "Oh well." you're this because I'm this, or I'm this because you're this. Like, that's not how it goes. Actually, that's the issue with this identity politics in general. So, and back to your, I want to just finish your prompt. I'm gonna be out real. I mean, I'll mute up, right? So when you say who's right, are the pretendians right? Right? I would say that those who descend from American Indians can prove it are right. The ones who are not, who can't prove it, or just pretending, are not right. The Hotep, I don't even get the Hotep thing. I think that's just a term people made up. But if they think they, I mean, if they can prove that they Egyptian, I guess, or whatever, based off of their genealogy, then they can prove it. If it's just what they feel and there's some bullshit behind it, then that's what it is, BS. You know what I mean? People like to be more than what they really are. Israelites, same thing applies, right? If you can clearly say that you can prove in your genealogy that you descend from not one of these proto-created tribes that people like to make up. I'm talking about, like, you can prove that you are a descendant of Sephardics, Mizrahims, even maybe some Ashkenazis or whatever, then hey, it is what it is. But in some people can, some people can't. Same thing with the Moors. If you can prove that you come from a Sephardic or a Iberian Peninsula Portuguese Spanish bloodline that just so happens to be Muslim or Israelite, I mean, or a Jew, then that's what it is. Many people can prove it. That is what it is. Not everybody can prove it. The Christianity and NOI, those are other things. Those are other dynamics. Spiritualists, though, that I don't even care to talk about people's personal beliefs. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about genealogically, right? Within those lines, the first four, you can prove these things genealogically. It's either you can or you can't. Some can, some can't. End of story.
Yeah. So one more time, when it comes to Black Americans, your genealogy in America is gonna be documented by these Europeans. You can't attach yourself to no Israelite in your genealogy. You can't attach yourself to no Hotep in your genealogy. The only thing in America you can attach yourself to is a Native American or a European, and that would make you just a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That would make you, or at the most, it would make you Afro-Indigenous. You know what I'm saying? But if you was to really get it honest, you would already know about the culture. Like I told y'all, 18 years old, I stayed in the projects with 3 Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? One of them was all the way solid. The other one was the other 2 was mixed. So, like, I know these people exist. So I know Black people exist. Everybody come from their respective continents. So there's no way, there's no evidence proving that we traveled here, migrated here, or was the first people here. So we just got to stop with the conspiracies.
Are
Um,
you people can't prove that they descend from Sephardic Jews or Moors?
Not with genealogy. You
Are
said
you
genealogy.
sure
You
about
met
that?
a lot of the stuff that you was talking about. It was like
Put money on
pertaining to
that?
DNA tests.
Do you want to put money on that? I'm talking about through genealogy records. You want
Yeah,
to put
through
money on that?
genealogy. Yeah, I put money on it.
All
But,
right.
I already said European descent. So if you're trying to conflate that part, then I
No,
mean,
no, 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 no,
did I
no, no.
not? Did
Don't
I
do
not?
that. Don't do that.
But did I not say that?
Don't try to
But did I?
shuffle European descent so you can
Did I
hide
not
the
say?
Iberian Peninsula Moors and the Jews.
Did I not?
Like, and that's what Israelites and Moors are.
But did I not say that?
All
But you can
right.
go. Israelites and Moors are not synonymous. First off, one is Islam, one is fucking Judaism. So yeah, all right, we got Wilfred up here. Appreciate you holding. You want to touch on the backdrop or anything you heard so far? Which one is right?
Yeah. So I think like I don't know why the word pretendians like it's not a pretend. There's a lot of reclassifications that happen, and they're really trying to take away the real history of who was here first. It's washing white tea washing of history.
Okay,
If you
so how do
really
we? So we go with the same thing. How do we prove that Black people was in America prior to colonialism? Classification don't matter to me because that's just a change of a title and a status. I mean, that don't change who people is as a culture, as a society, as identity. Don't change nothing but the name. We
I
did.
mean, but look,
We're
it's
doing
the
this in real
records.
time.
When Christopher Columbus came here, look at the record. Look what he wrote down. Seeing people of copper skin, woolly hair. Who is that?
I don't think Christopher Columbus ever said that.
But there's so many documentation of them writing the people they encountered and what they looked like.
I don't
That's
think.
us.
I don't
If you
think
look at
Christopher.
the statues, even the statues they got in Mexico,
Hold on,
that's
hold on, hold on. Let's
us.
say, okay, you're taking us real fast. Let's go one thing at a time, and then you can keep your points, and we'll get to them next, like the statues and stuff. So, Christopher Columbus, when it comes to his 1493 journals, he never said that they had woolly hair. He never said that they was black. I don't.
Copper.
He never said that they was copper. What page is that on? I think like a lot of times, like I said, we're regurgitating this shit, and we never actually went to the primary source. So I'll do it for y'all because I know we lazy. I know. I used to go copy off the homework in school. So let me show y'all.
Man, don't let them white tea wash our history, man.
Hold on, we just going over the history. You said the journal said it. So we go over. This is the journal. This is the Gilder Lemon Institute where they have the primary. I'll back up out
Okay,
here.
Control F copper.
Hold on.
Control F copper.
Huh?
I said Control F copper.
Okay, yeah. Let me read this part because I know this is one of the main parts that get conflated. The women appear to work more than the men, but I could not well understand whether they have private property or not. For I saw that what everyone had was shared with the others, especially the meals, provisions, and such things. I found among them no monsters, as very many expected, but men of great difference. Not are they black like the Ethiopians, but they have long, straight hair. All right, so this is from, and I'm gonna do what you said too, but let me show you where it's coming from. This is coming from the translation from the original 14. And
That's my first time ever hearing that part. I don't know if they just added that.
you say what? Control F copper? Is that high key?
Yeah, this is my first time hearing they has long straight hair.
That's what I'm saying. When you actually go and read it, then it's something else. So when we go to copper, get 101. And it says, these women follow none of the usual occupations of their sex, but they use bows and arrows like those of their husbands, which I have described, and protect themselves with plates of copper, which is found in the greatest abundance among them. It's the only time copper is referenced in the Columbus journals. And let me show you where I'm at. Like I said, Gilder Lehman Institute. It's not no play. It's the real deal. Translation. Gilder Lehman Institute. They got over 4,000 primary sources here. I think it's the largest in America. So gotta make sure they don't burn this stuff down. That's a lot of history to start getting made up from there.
But it's not just Christopher Columbus. See, look, I'm on TikTok right now, but there are other sources that point to this whole copper skin, woolly hair narrative. And some of these statues, they don't look like the people, Like, look at this. The governor of Oklahoma is a Native American. Look at the guy. That's who's claiming Native American now. So they are white tea washing the history.
All right,
It's
so
going on in plain
That's
day.
that's a two-sided coin, though, right? So when you're looking at a lot of, especially the paler Native Americans, and they are usually the face because they usually have control over federal recognized tribes. There's a lot of politics when it comes to indigenous affairs. So when you see it, it's not surprising that you see a strong, heavily pale person as the face. I'll give you a perfect example. Like, if you know anything about the Lumbees are extremely melanated dark. However, you go to the Lumbee website, right? When you look at their website, who do they have in the front? Pale faces, because of how the politics are in indigenous.
So I'll take this approach with it. The Yanomami are an indigenous group of people that live in the Amazon rainforest. It's in Brazil and around Venezuela. Y'all probably haven't heard of these people. I'm gonna show y'all these people. So do y'all think, let me know what's the story with these people? Do you think that they just faking the funk and they just in Brazil living in the wilderness for fun or just to make sure that black people never find out that we the real indigenous people? And that's why I say when they say that they was dark skinned, these people have dark skin. We cannot be letting the world know we are so insecure and inferior in our history that we have to appropriate other groups of people, right, and say that we was them when it's literally like people with these same haplogroups, these same genetics, still here, uncontacted tribes, uncivilized tribes.
But here's the
Those
thing.
aren't uncontacted tribes.
Even
Those
if
are
you
just more homogenous.
Okay, but I'm not saying about them specifically. There are uncontacted tribes, though.
but America is two continents really. So there's room for
No,
multiple different phenotypes on the American continent.
Especially when you're talking
no,
about more South America, like Venezuela, where you have different
that's what he.
different
That's
migration
the.
patterns. Hold up, there's different migration patterns that went down there. And phenotype is something that can change in literally one generation.
Thank
So
you.
these things that like
Well,
these
hold on.
arguments,
How are you saying thank you, but
arguments
you're
based
mad that the
around
Native American
colorism
look?
doesn't hold up. But
No, hold on, hold on. I gotta
these
make a point. How is you saying thank you to that when you're mad that the Native American chiefs look white? If they can change over time, then why are you mad at these people looking white? Yes, they mixed in. We can
Because
see that they mixed in with the five
well,
civilized tribes chiefs.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Wilfred.
because brother, look, those Native Americans Native Brazilians you showed me, right? Just because their phenotype look like that, don't mean that our phenotype means excludes us from having a claim to these lands.
Yes, it does because the descriptions that you're going to cling to, which aren't reputable for like trying to make a claim to somebody. Listen, and what y'all going off of? We going off of what Columbus said, what Verrazano said, and you're misinterpreting it to do that because I can go to all these primaries and show them to you in real time.
But what about the
Very.
ships? How many ships do they even have that brought all these so-called Africans over here? It's not at the math isn't mathing.
I don't understand why
So
y'all want wooden ships to exist. Listen, you know how many? I'm gonna let y'all know something. You know how many Model T Fords there are? Model T Fords. You know what that is? That's the first Ford car that existed in the
Yeah,
mid 20th century.
yeah.
Listen, but there's very few of them that exist. But we're not asking like where are they at? You expect this shit to exist like wood doesn't decay. Wood decays. That's like asking where's your favorite shirt at from elementary school. Where is it at? Where's your favorite toy? Where's your favorite fucking card at? You don't got this shit, so it's like stop acting like like these Europeans is supposed to like keep this shit pristine, not repurpose it and just put it in a museum to let these niggas know that your legacy is slavery. No, bro, stop listen to the logic. I'm asking you, how do you substantiate black people being in America prior to colonialism, and you're using skepticism to substantiate the claim? You're using a query, so you question the magnitude of the transatlantic
Is
slave trade.
genealogy sufficient?
I think.
Genealogy
Wait,
is
hold up,
But
man.
here's
I
the
think
thing.
y'all
hold
spinning
on.
all around the world with different arguments, like and it's jumping from like the common argument to this common argument to this common argument, and y'all should be used to these same common arguments.
But Sage,
So
with all due respect, here's the perspective I want you to look at this from. When white tea people go to Egypt, they're like, aliens built these pyramids. There's no way the Egyptians built it. As crazy as that might sound, they think aliens is a better explanation. That's the same way they try to change
okay.
our
So now we're on
history.
the
I
second one.
think
No,
We're on the second one. It don't matter who the fuck built them because black people ain't built them.
no, but what I'm trying to say is
What?
they don't give us credit when we
What?
damn.
deserve it.
I like. Hey, hold up. I like that answer right there. Like I wouldn't
Black
say it
people ain't
don't
build
matter
them?
who built them,
No.
but I will say
So who?
black people did not build them.
What color
So
of people built them?
What color are the people? So already
You
off their back, let me know when we
you
talk
said
about
black.
black. Hold on,
You said black.
Yeah,
You
I
said black. But
do it. I gotta do education for you. So off the back, what black means is not a color of people. Black is a dark skinned group of people from sub-Saharan Africa. That means south of the Sahara.
that's a racial. That's a racial. That's a racial
obviously we're talking about race. So this is what black means. We're talking about the black race. When people say black, they're not talking about dark-skinned people. They're not talking about Dravidians. They're not talking about Sentinelese. They're not talking
I'm
about
not
African.
talking about
No,
race.
they're
I'm
not
talking
talking
about
about the Mesoamericans I just showed on the screen. They're not talking. They're talking about us. They're talking about African Americans. African Americans did not build the goddamn pyramids. This nigga is not African American. This nigga is not black. He's Fijian. Stop conflating dark-skinned people, even if you wanted to say they had woolly hair. Make them us. Make them African-American. Make them the hundreds of tribes that we're composed of. Because y'all have attached on to a fictional history because of an inferiority complex due to epigenetics, due to fucking this post-slavery ass Stockholm syndrome where y'all act like y'all have to have something superior than your history to claim in order to be something. It's very, very weird and strange. No, the ancient Egyptians was not black. We can trace that with the Abduzir El Balik study, which is the oldest and has the most mummified remains studied. And it shows that there's literally 8% at the most
Have you ever been to
sub-Saharan
Egypt?
I'll
African
say they ain't
DNA.
black
Have you
because
ever been to
black people
Egypt?
didn't exist then.
Have you ever
It's
Fuck
been to
that
Egypt.
Egypt?
simple.
Fuck
Oh,
Egypt.
come
Have
on.
you ever
I'm
been?
just
Have you
saying.
ever been to the? Have you ever been to Antarctica? That's what you're doing when you're asking me have I ever been to Egypt.
Have you ever been to Egypt though?
You go to Egypt and see no niggas there. For me,
That's the
you go to you
Maghreb.
go
They
to
can't.
you go
They
to
can't.
Egypt
Oh
there.
no no
You
no
go
no!
to an
Stop stop
Islamic.
stop!
You go
Nah
to an
nah
Islamic state.
nah nah nah.
You go to an Islamic state. What do I look like
Maybe
as a
from
whole
Africa.
grown
I
ass
think
man going to an Islamic state, bro? As a whole black man, what do I look like going to a theocracy that's indoctrinated in Islam?
Brother,
Go over
don't let
there.
them
You
take away our history.
what what?
Go over there.
Just wait, cause you don't want to go somewheres.
Lily, prove that black people was in America. I mean, it was in Egypt. Just prove it. I showed you what black mean. Let me show y'all the definition of what black
Can I
mean.
prove it? Can I prove it?
No, you can't because it's a fiction.
Brother, please prove it.
Okay. Do y'all know the Ethiopians brought Orthodox Christianity into Europe?
Boom.
He said, "Boom, you on his side? So you're a Christian?
I'm not a Christian. I'm
No,
just
So
saying
no,
they
what?
try
it's
to
So
not
what
rewrite
you
our
about
booming?
that.
So
history
what you
Get off.
pump? So what are your pom poms out for him for? Why is that a boom?
because they try to rewrite our history.
No, nigga, and that nigga's wrong. Now, what I want you to do, Wilfred, if you want to be honest, I want you to look up. Did the Syrians bring the
You
motherfucker?
blocking me.
Hold on, Willie. I'm finna cook. I'm finna teach you too. You too. Y'all both look this up. If y'all want to be honest or if y'all want to be liars, that's up to you. But I want all the viewers to do it too. Go
You can't
look
teach
up,
me
brother. I
nothing.
haven't
You
even
just
landed. I
dismissed
haven't
that.
landed. I haven't landed. So that lets you know he's disingenuous. He don't want to know nothing. So go look and see if the Syrians did not bring the Bible into Ethiopia. Go look that up, y'all. Oh no, I'm gonna do it for you. I forgot y'all niggas lazy, and then y'all don't know how to read anyway. Be quiet until I
Hey, how
look
y'all
this up.
doing
No,
today,
be
man?
quiet until I look
Brother,
this up,
don't
bro.
let them rewrite our history.
Brother, how is somebody
Hey,
going to rewrite the history? Go to the prehistory before the rewriting. You can't do it because if it was rewrote, you don't have the first edit. Stop making up shit. Once again, this is the insecurity you have for not whatever having want to have a other type of history
why
when
you
you
gotta come
cannot
off like
prove
that
it.
though, bro? Bro,
Come
bro,
off like
why
what?
you
Who
got?
give a fuck what to come off of? Is the information true or is it incorrect? If I've said something
But it's
incorrect,
not. But it's
please
not.
correct me.
Just because you say it like it's true, don't make it
Please, I
true
don't
though,
say
bro.
I don't. It's not about like if I've said
You
Bro,
say
something,
you
it's
say it
may
was
I?
just
conviction.
May I share? May I share a
correct
piece of?
anything I've
May I
said
share a
wrong.
piece of information with you? Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
also
we.
correct where I've said
So
something
black
wrong
folks.
too.
So Africans were in North America for a
North
lot
America.
longer than before we knew because they knew how to travel the currents. If you look at the currents between Africa
I don't got to look at the
and North
currents. I need to look at
America,
the evidence that you're gonna
All
prove it
right,
with.
so All right,
there is
so
evidence.
real quick, ill.
The same
Hold on. Let it
technology
go.
and building from Africa is in North America.
So substantiate that your
You
claim, and
substantiate.
you need to give us
Look
source
it
right
up.
now.
You know it's. I don't have the source. You look it up, like you be
Okay,
saying.
I'm looking it
You
up.
look it
Okay,
up.
what you want me to look up? I'm looking it up. You
Well,
interrupted me.
first you can look up the currents between
No.
Africa
That's not a
and
source.
North
A current
America.
is not a source. I need you to prove
What?
that black people got to America prior to colonialism. How are we doing that? How are we proving it? With what
Well,
evidence?
see, there's a lot of stuff that happened during a period of time. I don't know if you know about
Man,
it, but they erased a lot of
what
they
can we
erased a
see
lot of people's history.
objectively?
So we
You
don't
talk
have
about
all the
erased and it's
pieces.
erased. You talk about
We
the
don't
same thing
have
that you
all
talking
the
about the same thing that he did. If it's erased and it's gone, stop
No,
talking about
brother.
stop talking
brother.
about hypotheticals.
Did
Stop
somebody
talking
get
about hypotheticals. I'm asking you a question so you can talk, but you cannot like go on a red herring. You cannot create a straw man.
I'm not
Talk
redheaded. You
about
asked me
let
to
me
give you
know.
the
I'm
stage.
asking, brother. You just trying to talk disrupt. I'm asking you a question. Let's get to it. Prove how, with objective evidence that we can see, don't go on a yapping monologue, how black people got in America prior to colonialism. Ready, set, go.
You tell me how many words you want me to use. How about that?
Uh, under 500.
Under 500. So if you just go basically straight up to the root of the situation, linguistics, right? You can follow linguistics all the way. What do you mean?
Go. What language?
I said linguistics in general, all language is interconnected some way, somehow.
Okay.
Every single culture's
How
language
does it go
has a
back to black
similar
people?
or same word meaning the same or similar
How
things,
does it go back to black people?
right? They all, so there's a very, I can't remember her name, man, but she was a wonderful linguistic. And this is the first time I actually even heard anything like this to actually connect the dots of the world, right? And I'm sorry, I can't remember her name,
And how does
but
it go back to? How does it go back to black people?
Africa, if you go to like small tribes in Africa, right, the native languages hold the secrets to what has been passed on to like China, uh, Europe, the Americas, South America. I'm telling you, it's a rabbit hole, brother. Take a look down it. Now, I don't
Okay,
know
so you're not
everything.
saying. I hope
I
you know
don't,
you're
and I
not
don't.
saying nothing. You sounded real crazy. All these go on YouTube. Oh shit!
I
All these
sounded
go on
crazy.
YouTube.
How
Oh
did
yeah,
that
you sound
sound
crazy.
crazy?
All these go on YouTube. You need to substantiate your claim. You're talking about
Oh, you being
linguistics.
paid.
You
I
talking
get
about
it. You being
linguistics. Now
paid.
you're talking about people getting paid. That's a obviously common runaround for you people to say some people is getting paid, to
No,
say people is agents. An agent wouldn't bring you up and just crush you and cook you like this, right?
ain't cook
You would know more
nothing.
than the agent.
You just
No,
gobble, run your mouth. You ain't even saying nothing, bro.
no, you didn't. What did
Have
you just say?
you're being paid,
How
man.
did you just prove with linguistics
I didn't.
that black people was in America prior to colonialism?
I gave you the fish,
You.
and now you can go fishing. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. So perfect. So
Brother, I
once
want to
again, so
come in
now,
off that.
Wilfred, hold on. Wait, let me
Just check
respond
it
to
out,
you.
man. I'm
Let me,
serious. Check it out. It's a decent
you didn't
rabbit
give
hole
me
to go
nothing to
down.
check out. You talking about? Oh, I don't know the lady's name, but she's good. Let's see,
Look up so Google how would you say this shit? Linguistics.
bro. You sound ass.
How does language connect everybody in the world?
What the fuck? So okay. So
How does
let me.
language connect everybody in the world? It
Yeah,
seemed pretty simple to
yeah, it
me.
doesn't. It doesn't. So yeah, when we talk
It
about language,
doesn't.
even if we talk about
You're
okay,
you know what
so
you I know what you
we speak English, right? Obviously, we speak English. English is composed of what? Germanic language is Latin language. Latin language is composed of what? Greek language. Where these are composed of what? Phoenician language. You can't tell me nothing, nigga. You the dumb shit. You ain't said a bitch ass thing since you came up here. None of
how
these
what
take you. None of these
you so
languages.
you memorized a couple of
None of these languages, especially none of the ones you speak, connect you to black people. Connect you to West Africa, which is what black people are. If you didn't read the definition, of course you didn't, because y'all niggas don't read. So he just said a bunch of nothing. I just gave you the whole rundown of the English etymology, all the way from its influence, right? Spanish as well, around 34 to 40% Latin influence, right? I got something neat for y'all. Y'all not gonna look it up. Go look up the Latin alphabet. Right. So he's just talking about a bunch of yah. I'm trying to get
you don't want to start looking it
how
up
the
though.
nigga proved that
It's
yeah,
not
I got you.
yah though. If you look
How the nigga prove that black people was in America prior to Columbus? He talks about linguistics and he doesn't say anything about black people. So once again, these people, their brain is fried to a freaking.
you
I
can
just
go
try
back
to
and
show
go.
that their brain is fried. I just try to show y'all people who, you know what I'm saying, who got these
Yeah.
same sentiments, that these people don't know a bitch ass thing.
You believe yourself.
I mean, no, I don't believe in myself. I know what I'm capable of, and that's demolishing all y'all pseudos
God bless you,
at the
child.
same
God bless
time.
you.
Oh,
That's why y'all up
so
here.
again, yeah, ill. You didn't really present anything specific, and that's why they gonna be able to do that. You have to at least bring some type of. If you're gonna make a claim that Africans was here prior to Columbus, which I'm not saying they couldn't have been. I mean, anything's possible. It's just that you have to bring some type of.
Birds can possibly break dance when
I
the lights
dropped a
go
bit
off.
of
You know, when
information. I
light,
mean, I don't
hey,
know if any
it's
of y'all ever thought
possible.
about the current situation, all right? So like the Europeans, they didn't know anything about the currents. That's why it took them forever and a day to get from here to there. But
Yep.
Africans, they knew about the currents. They didn't need ships as large as them to navigate the currents, right? Because all they had to do was jump in a boat and go. And they was gonna get there in an eighth amount of time or however long it took.
He
So
proved that they got there. This is what we're trying to
There's
get you
different
to
variables,
do.
and what they perceive that we could actually do,
We're
right? They
trying to
think
get you
that
to
we was just
prove
cave.
that they got there.
We wasn't just rowing boats.
Can
There
you
was
prove?
technology, and we knew things about the world because we've been around
Wait,
for a
so
long
Ilbat, let me
time.
come off on that because I really want to get this point across. There's two plants that come from Africa, right? That was in the colonies, okra and you have kola nut, right? Now, according to YT culture, they claim that it was brought over by slaves on ships. That yes, these slaves brought over okra and kola nut on the ship, and that's how it got to the Americas.
Yeah, right. You mean somebody that was kidnapped had seeds in their pockets? Do they even have pockets?
They
No.
put them in their braids.
I
That,
mean,
that's
I
what
wouldn't
that's
say
hey,
that's
that's
a
what
Okay,
far
bread.
okay,
Let
fetched
me
okay,
learn
okay,
you.
belief,
Let me
though.
okay.
I
learn you
mean,
something. Let
but
me learn you something. That's
so
what braids were for. When they
Okay,
brought
hold
okay,
on.
okay.
Now,
Once
see,
again,
this is where I think.
hold on, say, okay. Once again, y'all, you see the extent that we'll reach to try to like to prove that somehow we was here. Like all of these like absurd questions that have nothing to do with proving that y'all was actually here. Genealogy,
even if we
genealogy,
wrong, what's the
y'all
brain
spam
for this?
genealogy all day, but you can't prove it with genealogy because these are the people that's documenting
Dang, for
y'all.
putting down.
Y'all don't know how to read and write English to document
Put down black.
yourself. So, hold on, I think I've asked you a way to do it. You talking about, like irrelevant shit. The proper way to prove who a people is would, like I say, my method would be to go to the oldest human remains here. We find the Kennewick man, Maya, what's them damn mummies it called? But yeah, Luzia. We know that all
Chinchilla,
these people share
chinchilla
DNA with the
mummies,
Amerindians. So what's the name?
chinchilla,
Yeah, the chinchilla.
chinchilla.
Why is it easier for y'all to believe they came here first and y'all saying they put it in their hair?
They
It's
went
not a
out.
belief, brother. It's not
Y'all,
belief.
so they put okra in their hair
You know what? I'm
before they
gonna
got
be
on the
honest.
ship.
Like,
Come on.
I wouldn't buy the hair story neither. I would just personally think that those who came from colonies that was in Africa took seeds that came from those colonies, whether they was smuggled over here or they came over here via the ship captains and the crew. You know what I mean? For many reasons. I mean, there's multiple ways these things could move around during transatlantic slave trade, and that doesn't even require a major population of enslaved Africans to come to America for those crops to get over here. So I just think that's like a argument that's kind of dumb all the way around, because it's like you're really kind of fighting a almost like a argument that is easily like, it's like too many examples of why that could be.
So they hid the
So
seeds in
it's
their hair. That's what we. So they hid.
no, that's what they say, but who, like, even if that wasn't what I'm saying, even if that wasn't the story, the myth, right? It still wouldn't prevent those seeds coming from back and forth. That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
the
Man,
I
distance
don't
man, hold on,
believe
between
hold on,
these
West
hold on,
Africa
hold on
and
one
the
second, because
hiding
I'm
the I
saying,
don't believe the hiding seeds in the braid
yeah, and
story.
I'm
But
saying that
that
that's
doesn't
not.
tell
Hold on one
me
time.
that
I'm saying that that's not relevant at all. But I'm saying also, this is what we get. We get into these little branches and trees and leaves, then we end up swaying in the wind because we don't know where we started with. You're supposed to be proving black people was in America prior to colonialism. You can't do that. You're supposed to move on to the Hoteps. You can't do that. We're supposed to move on to the Israelites. You can't do that. We post at the end of this, we're supposed to be like, dang, all that shit fugazi and get to the origins of it and then move on. But we are too delusional. This has already driven y'all to psychosis where it's like y'all have lost y'all critical thinking skills. People running from the truth, running for information, it's just wild. Let's stop deflecting. Let's stop the red herring and just approach the information head on. There's no way to prove it. Stop talking about asking all these other questions about how black people actually got here. This is actually how it goes. If you have an extraordinary claim, the burden of proof is on you. Prove it. Why
burden
you
of proof
can't do
is
it?
on the YT
What's
man.
up, Bruce? What's up, y'all? What's up,
Hold on.
everybody? What's good? It's super simple, man. It's not hard. We have facts, simple facts. We can verify. We genetically were African recently. It's a fact. It's immutable. It's the reality. Y'all run from it, but that's a fact, right? Um, Historically, our ancestors identified as African. That's a fact. It's immutable, right? Um, so we have the genetics, we have the ancestors speaking for themselves. We have the genealogy. Every black person genealogy is saying that they're African because the black literally means Africans, the African descendant group. Indians were not supposed to be on those early censuses at all. They're not supposed to. You should have been with your tribe. You were not supposed to be counted. And there was some reason that you were not counted, and that was possibly because you separated from your tribe. You have mixed race heritage, and you denounce your tribal citizenship. But if you were a tribe, you existed as separate nations. So that's the first thing. The people that were here were tribes. They were their own nations, spoke their language. They had
Hey,
their
that
own
speaks to
culture.
that Walter Plecker. Not to interrupt you, but that speaks to that what Walter Plecker had going on. Like they
Yeah,
didn't have to identify; they could have stayed with their tribe.
Yeah, yeah. So that's those are the immutable facts, and then y'all spend all this time on this hypothetical scenario in which y'all can't prove. Right? We know Native Americans. This is like we can confirm our recent existence and our Afghanity. Native Americans can confirm their ancient and prehistoric existence. They were walking around with the mammoths and everything else. You know what I mean? Like whatever existed 10,000 years ago, they were here for it. Their bones are literally on the soil, showing genetic affinity to them. It's not an opinion of mine. It's not something I'm pushing on y'all. It's not a feeling. The host is not trying to drive you to something that's. These are the immutable basic facts. This is everything is based around this. Until we find something, like you said, fantastic to push against this. This is it. That's the baseline history, right? And then the last question is, okay, got you. You all believe that we traveled here, right? Recent contact. That wouldn't change anything, honestly, in terms of history, but show it. Just show the tangibles. And everybody does everything else. Every kind of hypothetical is somebody sews something in their hair. You don't believe, you think Africans are too stupid they can't travel. It's all this questions and nonsense, but we can't just deal with the facts and build off of that. That Native Americans have a monopoly on indigeneity, and none of our people can make peace with that. That's a psychological state of. That's a psychological. That's not has nothing to do with information. It has to do with a commitment to a lie that you can't prove. And our people need to get over it. We are African descendant people. Yes, there is stories of our ancestors traveling in relative to their nations, but our people did not have the necessity to travel the most dangerous ocean on the planet. The North Atlantic is the most dangerous ocean on the planet. Our people didn't have the necessity. Can't get the words up. The necessity to travel across the most tumultuous ocean, to risk their life for a place they didn't know. When they had those resources at their disposal, they had more gold than any other place on the planet. 80% of the gold reservoir is still in Africa. Majority of the minerals still in Africa. They did not have a problem with irrigating the land, the most arable land in the planet. Like they didn't have a problem. They did not have to leave that place. Europeans had some deficits, so it caused curiosity, and in order to satiate those needs and some of that greed, they had to travel. But even most Europeans didn't want to travel. So it's just, I mean, just gotta be honest. We gotta be honest, y'all. Like that's the part we're just not being honest. And I think that when our people decide to be honest, then we'll be able to build around some facts. But the guy, I always see y'all. He call y'all out and then y'all run off the panel. All right, so I don't. Did he drop? Oh man, my bad.
Right. He ran away for us. Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I go.
this gets old though, man.
Yeah, I know. What I'm finna start going rogue though. I'm finna start jumping in their lives though. That's what I'm finna start having to do because they won't come over here and I doubt they know how to do a co-host. So I'm gonna start
This
getting.
is good, bro. This is a good live. I'm glad you live again, man.
Yeah, I had to go live. It's just such a phenomenon. I just can't believe. It's just for me. It's like I can't believe people this slow. It's like I want to blame it on mental illness, and it's like really it's just humanity, man.
Yeah, I'm realizing it's not information though. It's a state of mind, and because the pseudo is there, it feels normal, even though they know it's some bullshit. Because it's other people saying pseudo shit, it feels normal to them. I'm pretty sure most of them know it's bullshit because they'll be over here teaching us. You know what I mean? But because it's a home that says this stuff, you know what I mean? But they struggling. I do think they're struggling, bro. The standing in square. I'm hearing more and more of this. We was here on the boats than I hear the full Indian stuff now. I don't know about y'all. I'm hearing more of this soft stuff now.
Yeah, I think it is like I say, the ones that are still on it, they are kind of far out there anyway, and you can tell within those circles. So yeah, you're right. Wilfred, you're back.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what y'all saying. I just feel like y'all not open minded enough. I feel like you should be trying to prove that we weren't here first, versus trying to prove some other stuff. You know, y'all just believe everything they spoon feed us. Like I'm not going for that. You know, I don't believe that everything was brought through seeds in the hair. Ooh, I don't believe all that, man. I think that You know, maybe there was a couple scouts that came to the Americas and set up shop. I really do think that.
Well, say
I
if I
think it's more so that it really doesn't matter. That it really don't. Like again, man. Like if there's people who are pretending to be something and they're not, then their success rate ain't gonna be it's not gonna be high. And if they are exactly who they claim to be, then they are going to get. They're gonna go for the things that they are accessible to. That's just that simple. Like to argue people like you really don't know what people's lineages are. You can claim, but you really don't. So at the end of the day, it's just better to just like if you're gonna stay within the frame of being a Black American, then just stay in the frame of being a Black American instead of trying to attach origin to an ethnic identifier or even a racial cast that doesn't. Race doesn't work. It really just doesn't work, but ethnic identifier that's correlates to an ethnogenesis, has its own history, a great history at that. Like to be a Black American is one of the best. We have some of the best history worldwide. Like the level of pride one should have in that is enough to just say, you know what, I'm happy for being a Black American. I don't need to extend myself to something else that I am not to be something greater, right? Now, there's one thing, if you are connected, if you do have lineage with other, you should always have pride in all your lineages. However, like, there's no reason to even attach yourself. If you're a Black American and you don't have no African, like, no direct African lineage that you can speak to, that you draw traditions from. I mean, if you do, you don't. It shouldn't matter either which way, but it shouldn't be a requirement to being a Black American. And within the frame of speaking to other Black Americans, you should just have that respect alone. And
Yeah,
that
the
will
thing
Can I
is,
ask a
handle the
question?
conversation.
go ahead,
Can I ask a
go
question
ahead.
real quick? Wilford, I heard you say that I don't know. It sounds like there's you have a necessity to be something more than just a Black American or African American. Is that like I don't know? I'm just asking. Like, is there a reason why you are so adamant about us not just being from Africa?
I'm not saying that I'm not trying to get away from any Africa stuff. I'm just saying the idea that we
No,
weren't here
that's not what I'm
first.
asking.
I
That's not
have
what
no
I'm
issue with
asking.
Africa. I'm just saying the idea that we weren't here first. I think that's white team man history. That
But
doesn't
why is there a need for us to have
Okay,
been here
so
first?
because
what's
it's
the
an
My
white thing?
question.
accomplishment that shouldn't be wiped away just because it makes white tea people comfortable.
But if we can't prove that we were here first, why is that I'm just saying, like, why we had y'all feel it feels like y'all have a need to be more than what you are.
But we got to keep the story going because there's going to become a time where people do connect everything. So if we just let it wipe from our history, if we got ancestors telling us
So
this,
But
how's
it's
our
not.
history
That's
being
not.
wiped out?
It's not a part of our history. That's what I'm asking. Like
Ancestors never
you,
said
you,
this.
you have like you. It seems like you have a need to be more than what it is.
no, it's
You need for us to be more than what we were, in order for y'all to feel important or something. Like that's what it feels like.
no, it's the same way the white T dude goes to Egypt and says, "There's no way they built this. It was built by aliens." That's the same way they say, "There's no way they were here first. There's no way. It's not possible." Like, come on.
Well, guess what? We weren't here first.
But yeah, but my thing is like it's like y'all have a need to be more than what it is. Like why?
It's just a history. I'm not gonna wipe it away.
It's not. But if it's not your history, I
There's
mean,
so many African American families where our grandma was saying this, our grandpa was
Okay.
saying
Can I
this.
ask you a question, brother? Can I
no,
ask you a
it
question,
wasn't.
brother?
I'm gonna need y'all to stop saying it.
Can I ask you a question, brother?
What's up?
Well, well, first off, our grandparents never said we was here first. let's just deal with that, right? But here's my question for you. Um, do you think that need a host and other people like us, if we had sound information about a round trip voyage of us coming from another continent, do you think we would dismiss it?
No, I don't. I hope not. Some
Okay.
people
All right.
would.
So,
I don't think maybe
all
you
right.
wouldn't, but
All right. So let me be real clear. Let me be real clear.
Hey,
I'll be
Redhead.
able to speak for the host.
How you doing
I'll be
today?
able to speak for the host too. And once we leave the space of conjecture and we start seeing tangible evidence to back up a round trip voyage that our people were successfully able to make it. Oops, my bad.
What if it
Then
was a round trip?
that means what Columbus did. Columbus did what you call a round trip. He did a journal. The moment he got back, they copied the journal right away.
I'm saying, what if our
They copied the
ancestors
journal.
was
And what's
one
the-
way?
Hear
That's what I'm
me out,
saying.
brother. Hear me out. They made a round trip, meaning he came to the mainland. He documented his his journey. They made a copy of the journey. The king immediately upon arrival, and the story was pretty much spread throughout the whole continent immediately. Right, there was understanding that there's a continent that exists somewhere in Asia. That it's another way that they hit Asia, and they seen islands and lands that we've never seen before. Right, so there was a new discovery. And then they obviously the last part of the doctrine of discovery and all. So that was definitely an important factor. But my thing is, we have no story that our people successfully made that round trip. That we got here, we documented it, we were there. We just don't have it. And I know you can't make peace with that, but African history is a complete story by itself. It's a complete story, and nobody's hiding anything. We just don't have the tangibles yet. Right, and if you personally want to have conjecture and believe that they made the contact on you without the evidence, that's a personal choice, and I'm not arguing it. But what the host is trying to get you to focus on is what we can prove and be prideful about what we have done, because we got a lot under our belt. East Africans were able to travel to the Indian Ocean. We have the documentation of it. We have the records, so therefore we can confirm that those people got in boats and successfully made it to Asia. We can confirm it. That's quantifiable, right? We just don't have those records to confirm that happened in the Western coast. The Atlantic Ocean is one of the most rough, tumultuous oceans on the planet, North Atlantic especially. We don't have the record of our people making that voyage and needing to make that voyage. And it's okay. It should be okay with our people that we did not make that voyage. It's not like Africa was in some way like lesser than because we didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's sort of the problem I think that we have, and then we try to tie our grandmoms to this bullshit because our grandparents did not say that we were here first.
right.
Our grandparents may have acknowledged that we're on a Native American soil, American Indian soil, and maybe they said that we had indigenous ancestry, which by the way, a lot of times was from conjecture. DNA supports about half or less of
You
those
should
claims.
speak to your own
Right?
ancestors.
It's a very, very small portion of our DNA. But what we do know is the unquestionable history that we are African descendants with a beautiful, complete story. And I just hope that we could be honest. And if the facts do come along, we can adjust, we'll adjust, I'll adjust. I'll be the first person to say I'll adjust. But we can also be honest that we don't have the facts now to substantiate that we effectively landed here and had a migration in Americas. We don't have it. And it should be okay.
Right. Like, that's all I'm saying is what's the need? Like what's the purpose for us to have been here already? Like y'all have to explain that to me. What's the purpose of us having to be here? Like why y'all just can't be from where y'all from? Like why y'all just can't be from Africa? I'm just curious. That was for you, Wilfoot, because you keep making it seem like we have to have done something.
I also want to ask him this question too.
Like,
Why
can you explain that?
You can ask your question.
You are.
My question was like, what's the purpose of?
Yeah, so it's history. It's not like what's the purpose of the Great Wall of China. It's just history. The history is. There's nothing wrong with sharing history. It doesn't have to have a purpose. It just is what it is. My personal feeling is the reason why they tried to wipe that away is because they just try to. Why did they rewrite names? Why did they take away our names? Why did they tell us this? Why did they tell us that? Just to break down our morals,
who are you
break down our
talking
history. Why didn't they teach people how to read?
Who are
The
you
same
referring
reason
to?
why. Because it's much harder to enslave a
Who are you-
population when they're native to that land. So
Who
that's
are you
part of the
referring to?
rewriting of history.
Ashton, let him say what he gonna say.
It's part of the rewriting of history. It's hard to enslave people when they're native to that land. It's much harder. That's why they got to rewrite the history.
You done?
Yeah, someone. Yeah.
You responded.
No,
Go ahead.
I was trying to ask him who are you referring to?
You know, the people who brought us over here.
Who? What's their names?
The English, whatever, the Irish, whatever.
Yeah, okay, so let's do it like this. I've been wanting to ask you this because you said kind of two things that kind of cancel each other out. You saying that history is important, and then you said they wiped away the history. So, and then I know you was saying a lot of things about all of the sources come from Europeans. So since the sources come from Europeans, they wiped away the history, but they don't have any proof of it. Where are you getting your information from?
I've heard sources from Africa. Mansa Musa had an older brother. There are sources that say that he sent his older brother to the. They went towards the Atlantic.
Okay, what else?
The
We'll,
story is
we'll,
not
we'll
true.
get we'll get over that. We'll go over that. And what else? Which other one? Mansa Musa. We're gonna look into it. What's the other one? What's another claim?
Man, let's just look into that.
Yeah, because you don't have nothing else though.
Nah, but we already. I'm not gonna lie. We can already tackle that real quick and swiftly. So just give us like two more things. Just give us all of it.
Let's tap in on that because I don't know why that. That's all you have. Why do you need?
Okay. Let me just start with this. We claimed that we was here prior to colonialism. Around what century was Mansa Musa's kingdom?
Like 13. Well, he died in the 13th century.
So we're saying that if we got here approximately 100 years before colonialism. So that's our claim to fame. So we're not saying that we was the Native Americans. That means the Native Americans still been here for thousands of years. I just want y'all
But
to
it means we were here before America. And we were here
No.
before any
See,
colonies.
that's where you messing up at. That's why y'all don't realize, like y'all saying stuff that y'all don't even understand. Like who was here thousands of years before that? Because if it was already people, how can you go somewhere to trade and don't even know if it's people that's living there?
Okay, same way Christopher Columbus came over here.
Christopher Columbus came over here by mistake.
What if the Africans came here over? What if our ancestors
But
came here
how
by
would they
mistake?
have got? No,
But
we
you
would
see how you're
have to
posing
see.
your question as a what if? Because it's a
Right.
hypothetical. Because you want to wish that something good did happen instead of the actually corroborated history. So
No, I believe the oral traditions
okay,
are
you see how
there
you
for a
just did it
reason.
There you
again.
go with the
You
belief
just did it
thing.
again.
Oral
The
Just
belief
tradition,
stuff.
so
written history is oral tradition,
What oral
just written down.
tradition are
no,
you?
it is.
Wait, what oral tradition are you talking about?
If 100 people come together and write down what our grandmas told us, that's written history.
But who
And then all we have to
wrote
do is
that?
go to each other and
But
say,
my
"Hey,
question
did your
is,
grandma tell
who
you
wrote
this?"
that though?
So what if I do that and that's a lie? Is it still written history?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's substantiate because I think we ran all the way from my question that I asked you. How do you verify your history? We know in all these conspiracy theories going on, it's all this propaganda, Tuskegee experiments, can't trust the YT. Okay. How do we prove that we was here prior to colonialism, or is it just a hypothetical?
All you have to do is, okay, look, written history is just oral history written down, right? All I got to do is go to sample 100 people and say, look, your grandma tell you this.
So you
Then
know
I
what you
can
just
write.
did, though. You know what you just said. It could be a lie, also, though. You just
Right.
confirmed
Yeah.
that with
Then
me.
all I got to do is go to Mali and say,
So
hey,
you
is there an oral history that older brother
But
came to
everybody
Americas?
everybody not from Mali.
So if we
No,
all
but
agree on the lie and make it history,
Right.
it's still not true, bro.
but what is history if not just a bunch of things that people agreed upon?
Okay, well then
That's
forget history.
crazy.
But
Then
that's
forget
actually
history.
what history is, though.
Okay, so if that's all it is, then how do you prove historically that black people was in America prior to colonialism?
I mean, I'm saying it's oral history.
So
Written history is oral history.
people been saying that. People been saying that. So the Mansa Musa, it is actually oral history. It's never been proven to be true, right? And you know who oral history it is? It's black people oral history because they don't even say that over there in Mali. He went to
No,
Mecca.
I've heard some Africans say
He went
it's
to Mecca. He
possible.
went to
No,
take his
you
Hajj. He
haven't.
went to the Kaaba. He didn't go to North America.
No,
And
Mansa
let me
Musa
ask you
went
a
to
question.
Saudi Arabia.
And
His older
Who
I have
said
brother
a
that?
question.
went the other way.
Yeah,
And
but there's
I
no
have a
evidence
question.
of that.
I have a question. Where is the Mali Empire?
It's West Africa.
Well, but where is, like, you need to go look at a map and see exactly where Mali Empire is. Like, y'all need to understand where Mansa Musa was,
Wasn't
where
it
he exactly was in that
landlocked?
time period.
Wasn't it
And y'all
landlocked?
need to see and figure out how the fuck he get boats from where he was, because if you know, Mali's landlocked. Hold
Yeah.
on, Brianna. Mali is landlocked. So
But the Mali Empire wasn't
the
landlocked.
Mali Empire, sir, the Mali Empire was landlocked. The only way you could get from, how was you gonna take from where he was in Mali all the way to the coastline?
They
That's
had
how you
canoe.
need. That's what you need to figure out.
They had advanced canoe technology.
But the canoes is not gonna make it in the ocean. Y'all think canoes can make it in the fucking ocean like
The
that?
distance between West Africa and
And
the
do you
Caribbean
understand
isn't
that?
even that
Do you know
long.
how? Do you know how? Do you know how the Atlantic Ocean is?
I know, but I'm saying the distance between West Africa and the Caribbean is not even that crazy.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Especially when you have a certain type of current. Do you understand that?
That's why I say
Like, do you
it was
understand how
one
water
way.
works?
That's why it was one way, because Mansa Musa's older brother actually never
One
came
way.
back. So all you had to do, they came over here and they couldn't find their way back. That's it. That's why. That's it.
What?
That's it. That's what I believe.
Actually, in the story, let's in the story. Apparently, 2 people did make it back in the story. If you really know the story, so how the fuck if 2 people made it back, nobody could make it back? That makes no sense.
So if you know the story, why are you questioning me?
Because it's not true.
It's a story.
It's a fucking fairy tale.
If
I
everybody
read
got the
fairy
same
tales all
story,
the time.
then written history is oral history written
And who
down.
wrote
Ted,
it?
why you keep on saying
Okay.
this? Why you keep on saying this?
Because I'm saying we got to come together and
But
put
no, we
together our
don't.
Okay,
stories.
this is the
No, we
thing. This is
don't.
the thing. I'm glad you said
I'm
that.
not creating no
Wilfred, can we come
fictitious
together in
stuff.
all these different ideologies? Can we? How many is it up here? 4, 5, 6. Can we come together in 7 different ideologies, or can we come together in what Sage has said, and then we all black? I think that's an easy, big, deep clique we could all come together in. But y'all want to have these subsets and these inner cliques and try to negate from being black ultimately. Ultimately, y'all going through Stockholm syndrome, because y'all everything that y'all using is of European inferiority complex. We ain't got no reason to be inferior. We ain't got no reason to want to say we came over here before anything. We had it made. We was in the shade. Kuna Matata. Y'all, they was living down bad, dry land. No culture, no crops, no animals can't graze. Stop looking at it the other way around. Stop looking at it from inferiors. Now, yeah, obviously you can see that you can't prove that black people was here prior to colonialism. We got to talk about hypotheticals. We got to talk about like everything that's off topic from that, because it can't be proven. You can't provide a way that you have a source outside these, substantiated, corroborated history, right? So you're just going off of the conspiracies.
I want him to ask him this though. I want him to tell him this though. Oh, wait, he's gone now. But I want to tell him this.
All that to say, we got here 100 years earlier. That's why I said hypothetically, even though the story isn't true, how do it's 100 years? You doing all that to say 100 years, so that means the claim of all this, y'all know, it's so many different cults of misinformation. You got the people who claim that they was the Native Americans. You got the people who claim that they was the Clovis. That means it's some people that came here prior to the Native Americans. You got the people that come up from the ground. It's so much.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I want to tell him this though. The shipping, the technology, the ship technology that we had in Africa, it was different from what the Europeans have. And those type of ships and boats that we have was not able to cross the Atlantic like that. I just want to tell him that.
Yeah, we got the. Let me look and see the Funa canoe for y'all. Pull it up real quick. This is what we doing. We're cruising around canoeing.
That's what I'm saying. How the hell something like that is going to cross the Atlantic? That's the part I don't understand. When he
Then y'all gotta then they gotta factor in the weather conditions for boats that look like that to get across
right.
a whole entire ocean.
Exactly. I was going to say that those type of boats were used for river. It's going through the river.
Yeah,
like
trade. You
Y'all
can
15
gotta
years.
trade.
stop letting these maps that y'all see on the internet fool y'all because the ocean is way bigger than
It
that.
is way bigger.
Yeah, nobody can ever prove it. Like I think it's good though. Like I say, don't nobody come up here with no courage besides the craziest of the crazy. So they give the people who got a little sense an opportunity to see, like, dang, I don't want to be in a, you know what I'm saying, in the same team as these people. Oh my God, did y'all see that dude? I hope I screenshot. Did y'all see that video I made of that dude who came up here? I ain't screenshot his face.
Right, Starwater. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely right. Yeah, we did build those for our needs, not for survival.
And yeah,
Because
let
we
me say
already
too,
had
this
something
is
what we had on the continent. We
I
didn't need to
believe.
build boats to go across the Atlantic to find something that we need. We already had what we had.
And
But I
I
think the
want
problem
to say
is
this because
that
I misspoke the other day. I said that they were 6,000 years old. The Funa canoe is actually 8,000 years old. So sometimes I do that when it's 6,000 BC. I just do it. But yeah, they're actually 8,000 years old. 6,000 BC. The Funa canoe. So yeah, that predates a lot of the history. That we talk about all with the Hoteps, and the Israelites and the Moors, of course. Obviously, it predates all of that.
Can
Oh
I
yeah,
ask
there you
the
go, Carlos. Yes, thank you, bro. Because yes, I was gonna pull up this one, so now this one makes sense. That's true.
West African gentleman something?
That shit had me crying, y'all. What's up? What's up? 27.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the West African gentleman. We're
Who's West
part of
African? Wait,
we're,
Who's West African?
the guy under me, Ashton.
Who said he was West African? Hold on, wait,
Yeah,
Ashton. Wait, Ashton, don't answer him. Who said he was West African?
because
All
he
of us
said
up here got
he
West
said
African.
the boats they had
All
in
of us, hold
Africa.
on one second, because all of us up here, every last one of us up here have West African DNA. So who are you talking about specifically? Who was West African?
The guy Ash.
Are you
Is
sure
it,
he's West African?
can are you West African?
Now you asking?
He's a West African descendant. He's African American.
You're African American?
Yes.
yes, I'm
No,
I
no.
don't
African.
understand
How's that?
why you thought he was from the continent?
Yeah, because he said we had boats. Like, does he
He's
know?
talking about I just oh shit. So you just
Okay,
said some oh you weird. You weird. Ain't you West African?
I'm not West African. No,
Okay, what are you then?
I'm from Congo.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, you Central African, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I got it wrong.
so what made you think that I was West African?
Because you said the boats we had. So I'm thinking
We
like,
said we've been saying we
Okay,
all this whole
so
time.
I'm thinking like,
Everybody
are you
up here
from the
been saying
Mali
we.
Empire? Like, are you from Mali, Burkina Faso?
When
I'm
we
thinking
talking
West
about
African.
when
no,
we say we talking about all the West African.
I'm not from any of those places, brother. I'm African American or Black American
Oh,
in the United States.
oh. Well, a lot of the
I
knowledge isn't.
descend from the continent of Africa.
You're from where?
I descend from West Africa due to the
Oh,
transatlantic slave trade.
well, I wouldn't be so sure that the boats that you see are the ones that they had. You know what I'm saying?
So what? So show us the ones that they did have.
I'm not too knowledgeable on it. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
so why would you say that if you don't
Hmm.
have no clue about what you're talking about?
Now
So
the one I showed,
why would you say
that's the
that
one
if you
they
haven't
dug up.
proven that?
If he's smart, he understands what I'm
Hold
saying.
on, hold on. And you can't say if you're smart because obviously you're not smart. 1 second. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, the one I showed, that's the one they dug up. But I did show they do got a replica in a Moroccan museum. But yeah, the original one I showed, that the resting one, they dug it up. They got a picture of it when they found it. The Fulani tribesman, a cattle herdsman, found it all the way back in 1986 or something. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but yeah, all of the boats, of course, they're gonna have what it's called right now. But yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Can we get a word in first? She's been waiting for a while.
Yeah, Sphinx.
Yeah, I was gonna say to Wilfred, I think that was him talking about oral history and having them go around and ask our grandmas what's the truth, and then it would be correct. I just wanted to point out that they already did that with the Freedom Writers Project throughout the 1920s, 1930s, and 40s. They already surveyed Black Americans and their experience during slavery and where they come from, and every single one of them never said they were Indian. Every single one of them stated that they were of African descent. If anything, sometimes they would name the kingdoms they came from, or their ethnic groups that they came from, or their great grandparents came from. So we already did that about 100 years ago, and it proves that we are of African descent. That's our oral history. And fortunately for us, our oral history backs up archaeological, backs up everything with evidence. The slave trade is the most documented atrocity on this planet. So yeah, I just wanted to say that.
And let's not forget that all of all of us don't have the same story because I grandma. So how can we rewrite history with 100 people that don't have the 100 stories that's the same? That don't make any sense.
Oh yeah,
But
that's true. Yeah, I was gonna mention that earlier. If you go back 5, 6 generations, you got 128 ancestors. Don't go back one more. That's 256. So yeah, especially when these people spam genealogy, like they've really done that, like they really did, like seeing 250 ancestors claim that they was all native to America. Of course, we all know that that's a lie. So if we were just gonna be honest, and this is not to pick on you, Wilford. I don't know if you all the way gone or what you're experiencing, but yeah, it's just to get the information correct, bro. If you
but
can't prove it, and you can't even prove the conspiracy to be true, that they hid the evidence, they burned it, whatever, then that's not substantiating anything by saying a hypothetical.
well, the thing about Wolford is he's going against the status quo. It seems like, and I feel like that's a respectable thing.
You're not making no
No, it's
sense,
not
sir.
respectable when you're doing it dry assly. So if you want to go against something, you have to have an actual
Yeah,
counter
but
argument with counter.
everyone starts
Hold
somewhere.
on. Why you interrupt me? You have to have an actual counter argument with counter evidence. You just can't make
Yeah,
claims
but
without providing.
you got
Go
to
ahead. Go
start
ahead. Go ahead. Go
somewhere.
ahead. Go ahead.
He's just
Go
starting.
go
Like
go.
it sounds
Go
like
ahead. Go ahead.
you expect him to have like all the knowledge already. The guy sounds young. Sounds very young.
No,
You
I
sound
expect him.
young.
I expect him not to go yapping if he doesn't have all the knowledge.
How old are you? How old are you? 27.
I'm 24. I'm
Ah,
getting
you
there.
sound young. So what are we talking about?
I'm just saying, like, this is it's a long
I already
journey.
listen. You don't got to try to come to his defense. I just let
Right,
him know
like
we was cool. Like I just did all the little soft shit I was gonna do. That was good, bro. He got it. Like I don't like you know what I'm saying? He got it, bro.
like we ain't even going hard for real. Like what are
Like
you
at
like?
all, at all. That was just me trying to like give a little benediction right there. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I mean, because I really think he too far gone. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying at all. You know what I'm saying? This is like I say for people to see. This is for, you know what I'm saying to be. This is the document. This is like field study for me. So yeah,
You know what it is, brother? The reason why I'm so far gone is I have the book. We were here first. I got to admit to you, I never read it. You know why I couldn't read it? Because I read his other book where they talk about how they used to feed our babies to crocodiles, and I was just like, we were here first. I don't believe anything that comes
That
out of their
doesn't mean
books.
that we were here first.
I
What
don't
sense does
believe
that
anything
make?
that come out of
It
their
doesn't mean
books.
that we
What
were here
sense did that
first.
make though? Hold on.
That
What
doesn't make
sense
any
did
damn
that make
sense.
I'm
though?
saying that I don't believe anything that come out of their books. They
yeah, I
used to
was
feed
right.
our
Yeah, I
babies
was
to
right.
crocodiles, man.
Oh yeah.
What makes you?
So I can't take them seriously. Like, come
We
on.
can't take you
I just
seriously.
saying
That doesn't make
how
any
did you get
sense.
from A to B there? Just let me know. How did you go from 0
No,
to
you
100?
understand what I'm saying? Once I read
No,
that they
bro,
used to
you
feed
got
our
a
babies to
point, bro.
crocodiles, I can't take them seriously
You got a
Ain't
anymore.
point.
nobody. You don't have a point. 27. Please stop talking.
You got a point. What's that book, man? Hold on. Let me think. I'm gonna pull it up because I ain't gonna try to like, get dry
Okay,
ass.
so
But it's a
you
book. Hold
can't
on, it's
take
a
him
book. Hold
seriously.
on, what's that book? Y'all may know. I'm gonna just ask y'all. Y'all may know that book. How they did the indigenous people in South America. It gets into like how they really just grotesquely treated them people, and ethnically tried to cleanse them out and mix in with them. I gotta go. I gotta figure out that dude's name. If y'all don't know, I just want to.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that book.
I'm pulling it up. All right, go ahead, Ashley.
I was gonna say, so you don't take him seriously, but yet you read,
Still using it at the same time.
but yeah, you read that they fed babies alligators.
No, there was a that was a separate book, not written by them.
But
I
he's
read a
still
book by a
using
Black
these sources
American.
that he's talking about. He's still using. So let me ask you this question: you said they wrote about this. They wrote about Mansa Musa and Mali. Who wrote about Mansa Musa and Mali?
Yeah, it's called "They Came Before Columbus: The African Presence in the Americas."
But who wrote? But who?
So who
But
wrote the book?
And I
who
can answer her
wrote the? Hold
question.
on, hold on, hold on. Who came up with the information about Mansa Musa and Mali? Who were the people
Is
who
that
had that
Arabic?
information?
There was
The
Is the
Arabic,
it,
The
right?
Arab scholar
Thank you,
in Egypt?
Carlos.
And
Carlos
it
should put
was
in the
and it was
comments.
one and it was one Arabic person who came up with this elaborate story, right?
Is the
That has nothing to
back in
do
the
with the
day?
people of that has nothing to do with the people of Mali.
Back in the day,
That
the
you do
Mali
know
people don't have alphabet.
you do know the Arabs invaded North Africa and some of West Africa
Yeah,
What's the proof of that?
in those times, right?
do you understand what
Who were
Arabs
the people
were
that
at that time?
invaded?
So they Middle Eastern.
Yeah, but
Who
do you
were the
understand
people
what
that
they look
invaded in
like,
North
what
Africa?
who
You
they
have
were?
no proof
Yeah,
of that.
they look like Middle Easterners.
No, but there's multiple different types of Middle Easterners.
No, but they weren't black though. They weren't
No,
African.
the ones who didn't look black, because a lot of the black Arabs.
They weren't Africans though.
n-
Again,
Hold up.
Arabs were not African.
You're not letting me explain,
I'm
lady.
from the Mali
You
Empire. I don't know
can't,
what you're
because
talking
there
about.
weren't Africans. We talking about Africans
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
What
and I'm trying to
African
explain
said
to
that?
you
I'm trying to figure out what African said that about Mansa
because
Musa. That's what I'm asking.
Mansa himself was a Muslim.
Muslims and Arabs, some it's not the
That's in
same
the
thing.
1300s, though.
Yeah, and that's
That's
the
my
religion.
point.
We're not talking about the religion. We're talking about the
I
people.
know, but I'm trying to understand if she understands what an Arab is and what a like.
I understand it. They're people. They're a race
yeah.
of
I don't want to get into the
people.
whole Arab thing because
What are the
It's a
Arabs we're
different
talking about?
topic.
We're talking about the Berbers, the Tuaregs. Those are the people we call Arabs in Africa.
Yeah, in
So
A
Africa, but
lot
they
of
were
Yeah, you
invaded.
talking
But
about the Torex. You talking
The
about, yeah.
Tuaregs
the
don't look.
Tuaregs, no, who were the people that invaded? You guys have no evidence of that. You keep saying this. They invaded who?
Who the Arabs? They saying the Arabs came into Africa.
No,
Yeah,
but
they
the
said the
Tuaregs
Arabs
are not
invaded
from
North
Arabia,
Africa,
though.
but who?
the Arabs did not invade Mali though. They Mali was
They
still
that's
never
what
powerful.
invaded
that's
Mali.
what it's the
Mali was powerful than all Arab empires in Africa.
Well, yeah,
Arabs was a
I think
bunch
you
of
were saying that to say
vagabonds.
Mansa Musa got converted to Islam. He was
yeah,
fucked
he
up.
was. But let's not
There
get
was
into the
Not
never.
Arabs as a
converted.
whole.
They've
That's
like
another
that.
whole.
yeah.
Let's not get into
But
that.
hold on. But the thing is, the Mali, like
That's
people, like I
we
think what
talking
she's
about.
trying to say is that the Mende story, the Mende oral history, they don't talk about this. But like Mansa Musa was Muslim, so this was probably preserved among the people of Timbuktu, which the Mali Empire had different ethnic groups. It wasn't just Mende people. There was Fula, Tuareg, Arab, and all these other groups
But
And
that
I
that
just
was
want to
part
but
of
say,
the
the basis
empire.
of Mansa Musa was not
Yeah,
That's
he
that.
was
not
not
the
Arab. He
point. You
was
see,
Mende,
here y'all go
Memnita.
with changing the whole point. Here y'all go. Here y'all go with changing the whole point. Though my whole point is who wrote about him. Who wrote about him and his
Yes,
brothers?
it's
His
there's a
Muslim
Guyanese
brothers,
guy who
Or
wrote a good
so
book
who
his
they
about it.
Okay,
use
Muslim,
going
no, no,
the
to
people of
America.
his
That's
religion.
it's
that's
an
the
there you go.
point.
There's a
Ibn
Guyanese guy
it's a
who
Battuta.
wrote a book
scholar. It's a
about it.
scholar in Egypt.
Just because the Muslims wrote about it don't mean, and then the non-Muslims don't talk about it, don't mean that the
No, no, no.
non-Muslims
But
are true,
I'll
more
tell you
true.
that Ibn
I mean, it's 50-50.
Ibn Battuta. Do you know who
That
that
ain't what
is?
I said. Y'all, I said who wrote about it.
I'm
A
telling you the
Muslim
person
wrote
who.
about it
I'm telling you the people who
What?
wrote, like the
because he was a
actual
Muslim and he
authors.
went on the
He left. Hold
pilgrimage.
on, real quick, because he left.
It's Abdul
Hold on,
Batati. It's
y'all.
Abdul
Let
Batati.
me
That's the name.
let me take a little. Let me take this little backtrack mission real quick, and then we get back to that. So please hold your points. He said he said that they fed the alligators children, so they had to be. He said, "Oh yeah, we was here." I wanted to get over this. Yeah, you was right, Carlos. Thank you. It was the Bartolome de las Casas destruction of the Indies. Right here, if y'all can follow me, it says, where was that? It say, "Nay, we dare boldly affirm that during the 40-year space wherein they exercised their sanguinary and detestable tyranny in these regions above 12 million, computing men, women, and children, have undeservedly perished. Have undeservedly perished. It's a 12 million. So that's in their documentation. And this, I think, let me see. It don't got the. It's not the prime. It's not the primary. The primary is over here. So this goes all the way back to a 1875. This is the 1875 one. I don't know if this is the oldest, but yeah, we got something older. I'm in like, hold on, yeah, it's all the way back to the 15th, 16th century. One of them. But all right, y'all, continue.
Yeah, I was saying. I think he was mentioned by multiple different authors. Ibn Butata, Leo Africanus are the two that I can think off the top of my head. I think his brother
Who said
mentioned him
what
too. Mansa Musa.
about what Mansa Musa? What you said?
Like,
Lee Africanus and who?
just, yeah, like his kingdoms and the different things they saw. Because I think it was Ibn Butata who, when he came to the Mali Empire, he was looking for Mansa because he had heard that he was so generous.
Oh,
But
but is this not related to the Atlantic voyages though, right?
no, it's just because this lady was asking like who wrote, like who mentioned him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
let me give you
her
my
point
point of view.
was it was an
Let me
Arab
give you
guy
my
in
point of view.
Egypt that mentioned the story
But back
about.
in the Mali Empire, we have no alphabet. So since like a lot of us converted to Islam at that time, we rely on oral like stories and Arabic writing, Arabic script. So the uncle of Mansa Musa coming to Americas, that was written by Ibn Battuta when he went on a pilgrimage to Mecca on his way. He stayed in Egypt.
So that was a story that supposedly that Mansa Musa told the Arab guy in Egypt.
No, he didn't
Yes.
tell the guy. Mansa Musa didn't even talk to the guy in Egypt.
Yeah, he talked to a guy. It's supposed to be based on a conversation that Mansa Musa had with another guy that the guy wrote about.
Wait, what are you
Each one
referencing?
said it was two Arabs, Ibn Battuta and Ibn Qaddan.
Because even Batata or whatever, he didn't speak with Mansa.
No, I'm talking about Al Umari in Egypt,
Oh,
the guy
Where
that
did
talked
where
about
did
them
Wilford
going
go
across
again?
the Atlantic.
Wilford was listening to Jenna and ran for us. Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, Wilford ran. He gonna deal with it. He gonna deal with it how he
Yes,
deal
I
with
did.
it. All right, so yeah, I mean, uh, y'all want to stay on Mansa Musa, Mali? I don't think that's. I think his claim
No,
was,
I'm yeah, no.
yeah, that
Get off there.
no evidence of that, y'all. So, yeah, hey, it's
wait, how
crazy.
can you say no evidence? What are you even saying?
No
There's
evidence that
no
Abu
of
Bakr
Just
came.
repeating
Atlantic.
that. Like, what does that
It's
No,
no
mean? No
there's no
evidence.
evidence that Abu Bakr came over here with 100 ships or something like that.
There's no evidence of the Mali Empire traveling to America, is what he's
So,
saying.
so a written account isn't evidence.
No,
No.
right.
no, they mentioned them going to the ocean. They never said that they made it to a
No.
landmass
So how are we so sure of that?
because they
Okay,
never
let
made
me
it to.
ask you guys a
Because that's not
question.
what the story
How
says.
did the black Australians, the Aboriginal Australians, how did they get to Australia? Because some people say they left Africa 70,000 years ago. How did
Yeah,
they
that
get
way.
there?
I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's what they
left.
did.
They're more related to Indians.
No, but
Yeah,
That's what they
that's
did. They did. They
70,000
went to
years
early.
ago.
They
That's a
migrated out.
different
They went
time
to the early.
period.
They're Africans. They're genetically Africans. They're
No,
not
they're
Indians. They have
genetically
They're
black
not
a
hair.
genetically.
cluster
Who
with
said they're
Indians,
genetically African?
South
Not
Asians.
genetically African at
Yes,
all.
of course,
That's
the
a big
Aboriginal
lie.
Australians
Their
are African.
genetics, they were
No,
procreating with each other separately. Hold on, Danny, you're going in and out.
Go ahead,
They
man.
were procreating with each other for thousands upon thousands of years. No outside influence, none of that. They literally have their own ethnogenesis over the course of 40,000, 50,000
You
years.
don't know what
So
you're
they,
talking about.
Marco, I'm gonna
Marco,
finish.
I'll let you
I
finish.
wanna finish though. Let me finish. So no, they are not genetically African in any type of way. No, not true.
I agree with her, but I also want to say if they left Africa supposedly 70,000 years ago or whatever, that's a long time ago. They were able to do that long ago, and we're saying 500 years ago, 800 years ago, that Africans who had gold and the ability to make boats couldn't travel to the Americas? Like, does that make any
Why is
sense?
it a hypothetical? Why we just can't go to the rely on sources? It's always a
You say
hypothetical.
reliable source, but your reliable source is just a European dude,
For
bro. It's
Okay,
2017.
so
I
what's your okay, hold on. So if that's my reliable source, what is your reliable source? Is it hypothetical? Is it just
it's just
anecdotal?
it's just critical thinking.
So no, it's not. Because critical thinking would have you prove it
they are,
empiric.
but
Hold on,
in
hold on,
essence,
hold
they
on,
are
hold on,
the
hold on,
reliable.
hold on. It'll have you prove it
We're
empirically.
not talking to you right now, ma'am. You got to.
Yeah, so critical thinking will have you like, okay, I just can't rely on could have happened, hypothetical happened, I believe it happened. Right? Critical thinking would say, well, I need to substantiate this. I need to see what's the metric for it. Like, is there any evidence to it? So just saying that the actual evidence is contingent on Europeans documenting it is not a
That's what
reliable.
we're discussing, my friend. That's what we're
But no, we're
discussing.
not. You're discussing the hypothetical nothing because you can't discuss
Well,
anything.
that's how
All you
that's
can
how
no
you
no no
get
no. Listen,
that's
this is all you can do. Really, is be dismissive and be skeptical. You really can't make a claim or stake a claim because you don't have the methods to do so. Right? Because if I'm asking you, how are you going to provide? How are you going to prove anything that you claim? What would you say?
so how do I get the means to do so? Because I'm having the conversation now.
Oh, that was your
Can you help?
opportunity too, but you chose to deflect upon it.
No,
So that's what I'm saying.
you're
That's what I'm
asking me
saying.
to come up with like
You had the perfect opportunity to talk about it, but y'all chose with your time to talk about me. Like I literally asked you a question and you chose to deflect and run from it.
I
So
didn't
once
deflect.
again, I'll do it again to see if you would do it again because I know y'all don't have a good ass reason. So you're gonna have to deflect or something. How? Since you don't subscribe to any of the documentation, to any of the corroborated history, how do you substantiate any of your claims? With what metric? You can come off mute and answer.
That's what I'm saying. We're discussing this because I'm trying to.
I'm waiting on the answer.
That's the process we're going through.
I
Like
need an answer.
we're talking about each just. Yeah, you're asking for an answer that wouldn't make any sense, my friend.
I know your
Do you have any
question.
evidence?
Your answer is not going to make any sense. The question
Because
makes good sense.
clearly we're having a conversation. We're in the process of
Yeah, but
discussing.
the conversation is just a conversation. We talking about evidence based.
Yeah,
Do
but
you have any evidence
we
of any
already
of this
have
happening?
official evidence. They all say the
Where?
same
What
stuff.
official evidence? What's the official
It's not.
evidence? What
What your
And then
friend
the
says.
official evidence is from Europeans when it counts in
what
the
friend
data.
says?
Exactly. Like we already have that. So it's like
So how
we're,
can you sit up there and say that
so
it didn't? Like I don't get it. I don't
no,
get.
no.
I don't get what you're
Okay, let
saying.
me explain something to you. If there's already a verified official narrative and you're going against it, which is what
That's
I'm doing,
yeah,
Who?
right?
yeah.
How I don't have like it just doesn't exist. I have to make it as we go. That's why we're having the
Oh, but no,
conversation.
have
So
to
you
make it
literally
as you go.
admit to
This is the
talking out your
problem.
ass, bro.
That's
That's
where
what
that
you're
pseudo
admitting
shit
to.
come
Bro, it's
in.
not talking out your ass. This is how the world works.
No,
Yeah,
it
that's talking
does.
out your
It
ass.
Yes,
does.
it.
It actually does. A
That's
lot
literally
of
how
people
it
are
works,
talking out of
bro.
their ass, bro. A lot of people think they can just make
You
up an
ain't got no
opinion
evidence
and
for it,
then
so I don't understand why you
just
talking about it.
yeah. That's not how shit should work, but unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, that's how it is because you see who we got in the office. A lot of dumb shit just get on here yapping and think that that's a like. You can't. That's not valid, bro. It's not. That's not cool. You say,
Isn't
oh,
This
isn't
dude
I
Bobby,
don't have
Marley
nothing.
exploration of America?
he said it correctly. He said we're in the infant form of a premise, and we just are
Are
figuring
you
out how to
quoting European
introduce it
sources
and
on
how
me,
to defend
bro?
it.
Yep, but I don't understand what
What are
they
you
like. They
arguing
say
for,
the
Are you quoting
27?
weirdest.
European sources on me, bro? Is that what he just did? Did he like try to quote some Shakespeare on me?
Me?
He
No,
quoted
this is a
Like
Shakespeare.
that
conversation.
goes against your logic, bro. You can't do you can't cherry
Wait,
pick
it
when
doesn't
you
go
want to. If you
against
said
what are you
if you
saying?
said that your position is going against mainstream, then you can't quote anything that's historical. You
I
have to
just
stay in La La
was. You
Land.
keep interrupting. We just were. That's what we're talking with
No, but you're
the
not
other guy
listening to
here.
yourself, sir. This is why. Listen,
No, you guys
you're
are
not
too
listening to
argumentative and
yourself.
combative. Way too argumentative and combative. That's
It's
your
not
guys'
combative.
problem.
It's
You don't know
not
how to
combative.
explore.
It's not combative.
Oh,
You guys
you
don't know
just
how
want
to
to have
explore new
a
thoughts.
hypothetical
Well,
You
this is
guys are
what we're
conversation.
asking.
combative.
So it's
He just
just for
wants to
your
have a friendly
thoughts.
conversation.
I'm saying like you, if you know how to explore, you wouldn't be so combative. Like it
So
goes back to
I'm
focus.
asking you
Slow,
how you're
slow.
able to explore. What's your
Huh?
method for coming to a
Well,
claim? You said you
by,
don't know,
it's
but you
by
still
having
make a
these
claim.
conversations. That's how it starts.
No, it doesn't,
No,
sir.
Yes, it
brother,
does, bro.
brother.
Lady, have you ever released
Can I
like a?
interject?
Have you
Sir,
ever?
Yeah,
no.
hold on. No, yeah, let's let keep it going. Appreciate you, 27. We'll get back to you. All right, keep it a buck. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't disagree with the fact that you have to use European history because at the end of the day, that's all we have to go back and look at. I kind of get what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is the history didn't go the way that they're saying it went. Now, in essence, Columbus made it to the New World in 1492. His first exploration was 1492, right? October 13th, somewhere in there. Okay, so when he made it to the New World, he didn't actually make it to the mainland. He made it to the islands. He made it to an island around Bermuda, excuse me, the Bahamas. He ended up learning and meeting the people on Hispaniola, which is present day Haiti.
Oh man, we don't need a history lesson. You might want to get to your point.
But I'm getting to the point. So those people that he ended up having a Haitian war with, those people were hop, skip, and a jump from Florida. Let's be real. You can look at any map. So those people didn't just stay in that area. And if you look up the Taino people, you'll see that they spanned it from South America, and we're pretty sure, seeing how at some point they were connected to North America, that those people walked across the strait. But they can sit here and say that the land doesn't belong to the black people that were also mixed with West Africans. They can say that this isn't your land and have you sitting on this app arguing with each other about who land this is. But at the end of the day, y'all following a bunch of rules made by people who never had your interest in mind. That's all I wanted to say. Y'all can carry on with it.
What
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
was
go head back to the
what was that
comments.
diarrhea?
Hold
Yeah,
on. Let me get Jenny ready because we know what people do like that.
right. Because that was a bunch of diarrhea. That the hell was that?
Go look up any other shit I just said.
That shit crazy.
He was cooking.
Can't substantiate nothing. Talking about something that was. First of all, even if they did, even if the Caribbean islands is not that far from Florida, they never did come to Florida first.
According to who? The
They
same
didn't
people
come to
that's lying
Florida
to you right now?
first.
According to the
According to
people
the people who
themselves.
fucking came here. That's who it's
Yeah,
according to.
that always be the missing part that
Go
people
look it up.
miss. You keep
No,
talking about
you need to
Europeans.
go.
People's we're in an age now that we have the capability to actually speak to the people themselves.
Yes, that's true.
Right. So when we look for the evidence on the other side of the table, which would be the African side, which would be the people in Mali, it doesn't add up. There's no evidence. There's nothing there.
What do you mean?
I'm particularly talking about the story about Mansa Musa or Al Bukhari traveling here to America. It's
What
always a one-sided story. No
what
one never
what about the
looks at
Malians?
the evidence. No one never looks at the evidence or looks for any evidence with those people themselves. They are great orators. They have great orator systems, oral traditions. They have a king's list. They have intelligence. They record things. They actually highlight certain points, like during like ceremonies, and they'll do like a whole play of the history and things of that nature. There is nothing over there talking about a journey coming from Mali
How
all the
are you
way,
saying there's nothing? Where did we
sir. What you fail to understand is that when people do historical investigation, there's a methodology involved. The first thing you do is to collect all data from all points. So you don't just investigate the so-called American side, you investigate the African side too. So there are anthropologists and there are historians who literally went over there and asked the people about this story. Black
so
people. One
you
of them
never
is the
went
name.
there
One
though.
of them is by the name of Michael Gomez.
You
He is
never went
black.
there, bro.
He
That's
wrote a
my
book
point.
called
Hey,
African Dominions.
shut
See,
up.
this is the part. This is the part that you make. You see, you just want to talk, and they've been asking you for evidence because real scholars and real historians, they literally get on planes, go over there, and search for evidence. You don't want to do that. You want to stay behind a keyboard and be curious, and that's fine.
I, I
Dude,
got
you
something to add to
spoke to
this.
authority, bro. You gotta grow up.
I got something to add. In the Mali Empire, they say the people who left the Mali Empire to go to the Americas, they never came back. So we don't know if they made it or they died in the
Oh
ocean.
no. You said they left to go where?
The people like who left the Mali Empire, the Abu Bakr the second and his people,
Yeah, you said to go where?
Where in the story does it say they
to
came
go
to
to
the
the
America?
west, because there was
Where in the story did
Oh,
it say it
okay.
went to the
Oh,
west?
okay. Oh,
to
okay.
go to
Where
they
in
were
this where
finding
in
the
that
they were
account?
finding the land to the west,
Where
and
in that
the west
account?
of Africa is
Okay,
America. That's what we're talking
where
about.
in that account does it say anything about going to the west or America?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's like a no evidence if they make it or they didn't make it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing that where there's lack.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
maybe
adding
did they
to the
make
So
it
who's
story.
or
gonna try to
You're
make it seem
adding
like
to
it's
it.
true?
Just take it
Okay,
at face
so
value.
hearsay is not admissible. I think we
Yeah,
good with
but
that, right?
come on, bro. You guys are so one-sided. You're status quo defenders.
Hearsay is not
Bro, you got
admissible. I think we good with
biases
that,
that
right?
you can't you keep wanting to inject into
If
something
y'all
that
want to be the,
no?
y'all
Can
really
I
want
ask
to
you a
you
be
question?
want
the,
it
Are
to
you
be
that's
that
FBA?
y'all
way.
Two
Are
not.
you
seven, two
FBA or
seven. Stop
indigenous?
doing it to us. You from the continent. 2-7. You can't look. Uh,
Yeah,
Are you FBA or indigenous?
no,
who said that?
I'm from Africa. Like I was born in Africa.
No, I'm talking about each one. He's like a FBA or indigenous.
It's
No,
not either.
he's
It's not
African
no. It's not
American.
no either or.
What does that matter?
And it's
What
not
is
no
that? That's
either
gonna
Because
or.
change
you
your mind?
guys, let me speak.
You
Let me speak.
guys? Yeah, bring it
You
out.
guys are messing like a histories up. You
Mm-hmm.
benefit nothing
No,
from
Yep.
we
being
not.
indigenous or
We
Yep.
FBA.
Yeah,
Said we
tell me.
messing
actually
in
study
history
the
up.
history.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, that's what you want to see. You want to
instead of
put me. You want to put me in a box to fulfill your own
instead of
biases.
creating businesses in America, you don't want to
Yeah.
do that. You want to get on TikTok, talk about your ancestry when you know you're
Mm-hmm.
African,
Yeah.
talking
You.
about there's
I've
no
been on here.
evidence.
I've been on here 30 seconds. You already know everything about me, right?
Yeah, you all
He said,
Black in
yeah.
America are African. I don't know why you guys like
Okay.
you keep lying,
You
creating
guys.
histories and making
Mm-hmm.
fake documents, like
Mm-hmm.
fake scholars and everything.
All right, hold on,
That's
Mm-hmm.
not
Marco.
good.
Marco, what? You been in
Keep
here like
going.
20 minutes. You should be able to read the room better than that.
Keep going. I want you to
Yeah,
finish
yo,
regurgitating your
I
bullshit.
think
Keep going. Keep going.
we have to acknowledge every black people in America are African. You guys benefit nothing from being indigenous or FBA. These are movements created in 2000,
Marco.
in
Marco.
2025,
Marco.
'Just
2015.
let
It's
them
not
talk.
good.
Just let them talk. This
Marco.
is this is the biggest problem. Keep going.
No,
Yeah,
facts.
what's your
No,
question? What's your
fact.
question?
Actually, I'm gonna let you respond to him. Go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead.
What's your question?
Go ahead, Marco. Hold on. Let me put you on the big screen, and we finna highlight this segment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. But
Yeah, go ahead.
dang, brother. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is like a black people like in America should be warned about like creating businesses to uplift our people, help our people. There's a lot of like a poverty going around. There's like a lot of homeless people in New York City. I live in New York City. I know what is going on. We black American like a benefit nothing from being indigenous or FBA. These are movements created in 2015, 2018 by YouTubers, uneducated YouTubers. They rely on
Sorry,
fake
I
documents
have to interrupt you.
created by fake
I have
scholars.
to
It's
interrupt you.
not
I'm
good.
sorry. I know
It's
you.
not good. Like the history is known. The history is a fact. African, Black American being African, that's a fact. So it's not even debatable. We should not be debating. Oh, like it's evidence. It's not evidence. Yeah, in Africa, all the slave like dungeons in Africa, in Nigeria, in Senegal, in Guinea, in Sierra Leone. Don't tell me those are like made ups. Those are not made ups. Those have been there since 1619. Yeah, the Black American history
That
start in
you know more about us than we know about ourselves, right? Keep going.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Your history start in
Mm-hmm.
1619 when the
Yep.
first
Yep. Sure
African
did.
boat got to Virginia.
What else you got? Keep going.
What do you mean?
I mean, you know everything about us. You just keep going. I mean, I'm enjoying the
Yeah,
show. Go ahead.
I think like you guys need to like focus on
Yeah,
creating
you
businesses
guys.
and
Keep on with the
start
you
being like a
guys. Go
bums,
ahead.
like a come over here talking about histories. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like we like bringing our people in, we're keeping our people in darkness. It's not good.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
not good.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for the black world, man. We
Hey,
shouldn't even be talking about this in the first place.
All right, your time landed. Okay, so yeah, it's very crazy, and you ain't gonna get no slack just because you continental. But yeah, it's people like you, Marco, who are the problem. People like you. People like you. When I say people like you, I don't mean Africans, right?
Yep.
It's people like you that are African Americans. It's people like you that are European.
Yep.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Black, yeah, each
Don't
one
look,
of them
don't
go.
look for me. Can I want I? him to. I want him to Can stay like I? that. Stay like that. Please. Stay like that.
You want to stay like that? All right. So I'll respond. I'll respond. Unless
Time. I know who to
teaching
stay
want to
like.
respond to it. I don't know if teaching
Lie.
heard. I don't know if teaching heard the whole thing from the beginning, how it kind of went.
Nah, I didn't hear it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll respond to it then. Yeah. So Marco, we never made a claim that we was indigenous, brother. Actually, some of the people that you talking about, do they look familiar? Do they look? If you look at this backdrop, do they look familiar? You know, what I'm saying, some of them people, if you look a little closely, um, you have to read the room. But that's like I say, it's people who like to make a people a monolith and try to associate all people together in the division, right? So this is why you never hear me beef with like ethnic groups. I beef with pseudoism. I beef with lies. I beef with cap. I don't ever try to make a claim and generalize. That's what you did. You came in here and generalized us as I don't know why, but pretendians, bro, or FBAs, and said that we had
The
claims of
broad
being
brush
indigenous.
brigade. You just took your brush out and just start all over the place.
Yeah, I will say I disagree that,
He used
you
to
know,
apologize.
I disagree that like Black Americans are just Africans. I feel like that washes away a lot of history.
Hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have 400
I
years
What
of
agree.
else? What
America.
else? But biologically, what else are we?
I'm not really like too sure, but I just know you guys are your own ethnicity.
What are
You're
you?
not
Let me tell
sure.
you who are
You
you. Let me tell you who are you.
Marco may know. Marco know a lot
Okay,
about us. He
so
might know.
Mark, ask
the
Marco.
the Black Americans, the Black Americans are the people from different ethnic groups in Africa. Africa has 2,000 ethnicities. There are Black Americans from Nigeria.
Hold on, Marco. The apology was too fast. I didn't hear it. Yeah, slow down and so everybody can hear it. Uh, the apology part, the part where you say my bad.
So what I'm saying is, Black people are from like a many ethnic groups, not only one. It's like a Nigerian.
That's their humor, y'all. That's how they apologize. That's the culture, y'all. That's how they do it. Trust me. Trust me. He meant that's how they apologize. Go
But
ahead,
they
Marco.
just keep going over the roadblock.
Yeah. That's the
No,
They just
culture.
no,
keep
no,
going.
We know, no. That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how
Nigerian.
you know we black for real. Because don't we do the same thing? When you heard a nigga say, "Hey, bro," each one, I genuinely apologize for that, brother. That's how you know we're niggas, bro. That's some
Well,
nigga
yo,
shit right there.
we usually say my bad at least. You just keep going. God damn.
He's still going.
Uh, Black people are Nigerian, Guinean, Ghanaian, Liberian, all of that. So you guys are from many ethnic groups in Africa. And that makes you guys African American. That's your ethnicity.
Blasphemy.
And your race is black.
Blasphemy.
And your race is black. Simple as that. We don't have to make it different.
Yeah, but they can't be African because African, you have to know your tribe and your clan and everything to be like
Yo,
truly African.
bro,
They're
I don't
not.
think,
They're
bro,
not.
you said what?
To
We
be
are
like
not
truly
African.
to be truly African, you got to know your tribe and your clan.
Hey, let's
Bro,
not
come on,
skip
man.
anything,
You're
right?
not even African. With that accent, with that American accent, you're not African. So
I was
stop
born
telling
I
me
was
you're
born in
African.
Africa.
Hold on.
Who
Marco.
Nah, you're not.
are you the African police? Who are you to
Yeah.
tell who's African, who's not?
Right.
You said
How
what?
how old are you? The African police?
No, I'm not the African police. The fact that he's saying that if Black
Who are
Americans have
you to tell
tribe in Africa,
somebody?
they're
Who are
not
you to tell
African, so
somebody
that
who's
doesn't make any
African and
sense.
who's not? Who are you?
And I'm a native African from that.
So if you born in the land, that makes you African.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
hold on. Each
so if
one.
you
Fuck
take a trip,
the descendants of the people that was born in the
Yeah.
land.
right?
Oh no, this is
Go ahead,
good.
get
No, no,
them.
no. This is good. This
Somebody.
is good. This is great. Marco, can I ask you a question, brother?
Yes.
You said you have to be born in the continent to be African, correct?
Hold on. You have to.
Yeah.
That's what you
Okay.
said.
Hey,
That's what you
Mel
said.
B, shut
Yeah, you
up.
have to
Hold
be
on, hold on, hold
born
on, hold
in.
on. Now we're not gonna tell
Oh my
Mel B.
gosh.
Mel B,
Oh my
we got
gosh.
to let Mel B get her word in too as
Okay.
well.
Okay, well,
But go
I
ahead, hold
mean,
on,
but
but
she
Okay.
gotta chill. We
yeah,
trying to get
Mel
understanding.
B, we gonna let you talk. Oh, she ran. All right, go ahead. We was gonna let you go after teaching Landon. Go ahead, teach.
Okay. Sorry, Marco. You said that you are a native African, right? That makes you African. That makes those of us who are descendants of African not African because we were
That's not what I
not.
said. That's not what I said.
That's what it sounded like you just
No,
said. You didn't say
that's
that.
not. That's
So
not.
then so that I'm clear, I have African descendancy. Each one has African descendancy. I think everybody up here has African descendancy that they acknowledge at least, but except for like one or two people, right?
Yeah.
So are you saying that I am African now because of my African descendancy?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm a little confused at what the discrepancy was because I feel like when I came up here, you wasn't saying that.
Yo, this boy, this dude, at least
If you have African descendants,
oh,
you African. There's nothing wrong about that.
So
There's
then
I
I'm
nothing.
don't think I don't think you understand what you've been saying for the past 30 minutes.
right.
Being native, like I know, it's a whole like it's different from like being
But
native.
nobody said anything about being native. This is the thing, right? The reason why we asking you these questions is because your diatribe that you just went on just told us that we were not we were not African descendants.
yo,
We understand that we're not
it's just
African. And then on top of that, you
yeah,
went to
yeah.
asking people about
How
being.
can you be
But
descended?
Wait
we
a
only
minute.
came,
Wait a minute. One
here in
second.
sixteen
1 second,
nineteen.
Marco, because you
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 know,
you went on the diatribe right for 3 minutes.
Right.
So you just asked teach one, was he indigenous or was he FBA, right? But
Yes.
then, well, now we asking you like, so you have to be. You just said that you have to be born in Africa to be a African. That's what you said.
Can I answer a question? So
If I was finished, what did you ask me?
I
Was
was
I
wrong
finished?
about that. I
Did you
was wrong
ask me
about.
was I finished yet though?
Okay, I was wrong about that. The term
there
African.
you go.
Finally.
Let me
There you
finish.
go.
I'm not okay.
I
Let me finish.
appreciate that, man. At least you honest, bro. At least you can get
The
somewhere
term
now.
African is used for Black Americans because they come from many ethnic groups in Africa. In Africa, we don't use the term like a African to call each other. We go by ethnicity, nationality, and all of that. You know what I mean? So to refer to you guys, because you come from many ethnic groups, we cannot specify which ethnic group you come from. So we use the term like African for you guys. But in Africa,
Absolutely,
we
exactly,
go by Malian, Nigerian. Like
exactly.
if you're from the Mandinka travel, we say he Mandinka, he Yoruba, he Fulani, he
Yeah,
this and that. So that
right. But
yeah,
that's your primary identifier because you're
yeah,
relative. You're on the continent, just like
yes,
me. Like I'm from. Listen, just like me, I'm from New York, right? If I'm literally in New York and I'm on a bus and someone asks me where I'm from, I'm not gonna say New York. I'm gonna say the Bronx, Brooklyn, whatever. It's relative. Your primary identifier, because you're native and on the continent, would be your tribe or your ethnicity.
yes.
The same thing applies to us. When
So
we
me
became
personally,
when we became an amalgamation, what is a Fulani woman and a Mende man having a child in Jamaica? What are they supposed to call it? Mende, Fulani? Like they don't mix, right? The one thing that they had in common relative to their situation would be African. Those people, those first generation had the intelligence to become an amalgamation and define themselves as African. How do we know? Because when we had started our first free organizations and had the autonomy to define ourselves, we defined ourselves as African, not as anything else. That's how that happened. Because you guys were never calling yourselves African on the continent.
Yeah, no, we never did. until recently.
That's an African American
No,
thing.
people call themselves African on the continent in the broader perspective. But I just wanted to just ask, and I will drop quick so you can leave this open for someone else. You say you're from Kenya and Congo, 27. I just want to just clarify.
Yeah, yeah.
You from Kenya and Congo. One
I
of your
was
parents from
born.
Kenya,
No, I was born in Kenya.
but you said Congo earlier.
Congo's where I'm like my lineage goes back to. Yeah.
Huh. Very interesting. All right, you guys can handle it. Thank you.
Wait,
Have a
why is
nice
that
one.
interesting?
That brother said he did his genealogy.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
because
Like I'm West African, but originally I'm not from West Africa. My people are thought to I believe to have come from Egypt, Sonia, 1600 BCE.
What?
So
Wait, what?
in Africa we trace our ancestry too. So every you can see like a person from like in Nigeria, like an ethnic group, but that ethnic group is not indigenous to like a Nigeria. They come from somewhere like around Africa. It's that's like a due to migrations and all of that.
Oh, so you Hebrew?
I'm Soninke Mandinka from the Mali Empire.
Right. So what are you talking about Egypt for? I don't understand.
Soninke, in the word Soninke, you have like a Sonia. Sonia is a city is a city in Egypt. So my
Yeah.
people are
So
believed to have
what's it's also a language, right?
huh?
It's also a language, right?
Yeah, Soninke is the language.
Right. That's how y'all differentiate from each other, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not based upon color or race or ethnicity. It's based upon language, right?
Yeah.
So who was speaking was it Suniki in Egypt?
So Soninke is the name of city. So the people the people who come from that
Yeah,
city.
it's the name of the city, but it's also the name of the
Yeah,
language.
they named the city after they named the like a ethnic group after the city, the people of this city.
That's debatable. But who in Egypt is speaking Suninke or
No,
Sunni?
nobody. That was like 1,000 years ago, thousand years ago. They migrated from there and came to like a West Africa, created the Ghana Empire in 300 AD. 300 AD, the
So
first
in 300 AD, people were speaking that language.
yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me that, bro.
The the Ghana Empire was
You're gonna have to show me that, bro.
okay. Can the host pull it up? Can the host pull it up? He could go on like a chat GPT and say
No,
what
no, no.
time.
We don't want to do Chat
Nah, I
GPT.
ain't
We want
doing
a
no chat GPT
source.
300,000 years ago speaking Sunni.
Yeah, can the host can pull it up if he wants to. It's on chat GPT and everywhere.
Right,
The
right. But hold
Ghana.
on, Marco. Marco, you can also pull it up, and we don't want
Yeah.
to do Chat GPT. We want an actual
Nah,
source.
I can do that. I can do that here right now. If the host the host can do it.
I don't know if I want to do it. I want to do that.
when you say
Yeah,
source,
bro. Yo, you making extraordinary claims. You got to bring extraordinary evidence,
Yeah,
bro.
so the kingdom of the Soninke people is older than the Mali Empire. The Mali Empire, after the decline of empire, then the Mali Empire came. Ours started in 380. It was created by Dinka. She said that was our first king.
Can you type it in the chat? Type how you spell it in the chat.
He said the
Okay,
Tziniki? Is what are you talking about?
okay. Let me put the name of the Ghana Empire.
The Ghana Empire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
The
mixing up all
Sundiata?
kind of you mixing up
Yeah, he all over the
you
place.
all
That's why
over the
he don't
place
know
at
his.
this
He don't even
point,
know
bro.
his own
Let's get
history.
back to this
Yeah,
2000
yeah, I want to get back to it. I
2009
don't know if that's why I say I don't know if I want to look
Yeah,
it up because I don't know what I want to talk about it. But yeah, the Ghana
yeah.
Empire,
Let's move on.
Sosa, it's the Sosa Kingdom there, and Sundiata Keita.
Yeah, I don't.
so before the Mali Empire, we used to colonize the Mali Empire. So then they took over.
Y'all used to
That's how.
colonize them.
Okay, okay.
look,
In
Yo,
Africa,
man.
in Africa, people like ethnic groups they used to fight with each other. So that's how it used to be.
Yeah, y'all did a little bit more than colonizing, bro.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
so
how slavery went down.
make it plain. Say what you say it with your chest.
What?
Yeah, y'all was enslaving, right?
Nah, it's not. It's not like enslaved. It's not like
So
a
what?
child
So
slave.
what
It's
is it?
not what you think. Let me
Of
explain
course,
it
it's
to you.
not like chattel slavery. So
Okay,
what
so
is it? Not both
okay,
sides.
let me explain it to you. Let me
So
explain.
what is
Let
it?
me explain how
Crazy,
it
was
goes.
you holding was you holding people against their will?
No,
Oh, okay.
we. So when an empire, like an empire, is like is like a many kingdoms, and there's one kingdom that's like a ruling over all those kingdoms, and those kingdoms have to pay like taxes and everything annually to the
Yeah, dowry. I know what a
yeah
dowry is.
to the ruling class.
That's different than taking people, bro.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not
So that's
different.
what we call like colonizing. It's not like a it's not a white people thing or none of that.
That's not what I said. I said holding people against their will. That's the point.
No, we never done that.
Oh, okay. All right. But you colonized them.
Yeah, for some time
Yo,
before
these
they took
dudes,
our
man,
part of the world.
This is
y'all are funny,
ridiculous.
man.
You
Y'all are
run it
funny.
from your history.
Yeah, don't do that, man. Right or wrong, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Malians. Are you talking about like the Kingdom of Mali, right? Are you talking about that area?
Yeah, you
So
talking about the upper area where
The
you
upper.
okay,
know
Oh my God, brother!
the
You
savannah.
know,
Yeah, you know. Come on, man. Stop it.
okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you the kingdom that were in the Ghana Empire. It was the Mali kingdom before it become an empire. The Mali kingdom, the Soso kingdom, the Jafunu, the Tukula.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, they took him over.
yeah, we know.
Ghana, then Mali, then Songhai. We know.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
And
but and
the
each one
the
of those
Soso
kingdoms had slaves.
people they took over us. When they took over us, they started like enslaving the Mali people, the
oh, so
Mali.
now you into the word.
Yeah,
Now you say the word.
then
Yo,
He was
yo,
gonna walk into
hey,
it,
yo, man, hey, yo,
bro. This is
Wait,
funny.
can I ask
and then
Marco something?
yo,
and
you
then
is somebody taping this?
Yeah. I'm gonna put them all on YouTube. Yeah, put it all on YouTube.
Can I,
Please.
Oh,
can
yeah,
I
cause
ask
yo, bro,
Marco
that's why
something?
just let him keep talking. Like, just let him
Yeah,
keep
and
talking.
actually,
then the Malians, they're like the hero came. When the hero came, they took over all the kingdoms. When they took over all the kingdoms, they created the Mali Empire. Yeah, and it lasted for about 100 of years before the Songhai Empire took over. The Songhai Empire, those are another ethnic group. And then people they were
Don't forget the arrow chuku. You know what that is, right?
you say what?
You heard what I said? The arrow chuku.
He said,
You want to talk about that?
I don't know what it's all. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh yeah, you don't know what I'm saying.
you know what you know what he's saying.
you don't
I do
you don't
not
know
know
the
what you're
arrow
saying.
confederacy, man?
Explain it to me. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you just hold that. Hold that. We'll get to it later.
Yeah, so Africa as a whole, if you talk about Africa, you have to West Africa is where everything went down. Yeah, those Kenya, East Africa, those don't have a lot of those people. They don't have a lot of history.
You don't have history?
Not a great one. We have the Kingdom of Kush.
Oh,
Bro.
You
Kenya don't have history.
no, but what's funny is I don't know why he's so, I don't know, man.
you mean to tell
I
me like
say,
Or you don't know
the Maasai
slavery
people?
ceased to 27? Oh, that's crazy.
No, I'm
So you're
saying
telling me that the
I don't know what he even knows about the continent now. Because now I'm confused.
We're all a little confused at this point.
I'm trying to understand why he said Kenya doesn't have any history. Like you're
No,
telling me that the
but
you
Maasai
you
look,
guys get
let's
that's
ask.
not what I said. I'm
hold on,
saying
that
what
they
I'm
don't have
saying.
any history.
They have a history. I'm saying they don't have they don't have a great civilization West African kingdoms and empires. That's what I'm
Wow,
saying. Of course, they have history.
why are you
What
comparing?
right? What
Okay,
measurements are you using?
name me an empire in East Africa or in Kenya that's comparable to Mali Empire.
I don't even know enough
I
about the
mean, the
Mali
Wanga
Empire to
Kingdom.
compare it.
They have the Wanga Kingdom, the
There's
Swahili
no
Empire.
there's no kingdom in Kenya that's comparable to the Mali
Yeah,
Empire.
but do you understand? I don't even know about enough about the Mali Empire to be like, oh, this was better, this was worse.
There's
Okay,
Because
more
what's
than
you
intelligent
want me to
kingdoms.
tell you the stuff I heard. I heard you guys were doing cannibalism.
Yeah, there's a lot of intelligent empires all across Africa. Mali Empire is great, but we're not going to downplay the other ones.
That's not.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm saying. So like, you want to say that we can go there.
no. That's not what's going on.
You can even argue.
We created we created the first constitution on earth. The first constitution on earth is from the Mali Empire.
Hmm.
Then what happened to you
Okay.
guys now?
On Earth?
So what happened to us
Carolina said
now?
on
Okay,
Earth.
let me tell you what
Listen,
happened to us now.
you know
Let
what?
me
I'm
tell you what
a
happened to us now. So what happened to us now? The Songhai Empire took over. When they took over, and then they fought with the Moroccans. The Moroccan defeat them,
Oh.
and when the when the Moroccans defeat them, the Moroccan tried to rule over like a Songhai Empire, but there was a lot of rebellions. They couldn't do it, so they left Songhai Empire alone. Everything was messed up, and then slavery happened. After slavery, colonization.
You guys started selling your people.
So people were not selling the it's it was beef between people the Mandinka and Fulani, for example. So the Mandinka and Fulani, they had beef going on. When the Mandinka person capture a Fulani person, he would harm him doing bad things. When the Fulani people capture Mandinka people, they would do the same thing. So it was more of two ethnicities going to war with each other down, taking your family member, your daughter and your uncle, and sell them to slavery. So that was going.
But some people also
And,
capture.
and let me remind you, everybody, even the nobles, kings, were sent to slavery. Even kings,
Yeah, but do you
king,
understand? Do you understand that doesn't make you guys look good at all?
good.
Like
Do you know
you guys
Mali?
look like you were weak, and you guys saved your
I
own
don't know why
people.
you're making general statement. Mali Empire is a many ethnicities,
Yeah, but
many.
it just sounds like you guys are holding on to a fairy tale now
Yeah.
because you guys collapsed into horribleness. You guys are selling your own people.
He
That's
can't
crazy.
come back and
Yo,
jump in.
you a very negative person. I don't know why you keep saying we are selling our own people. What have you done?
Because
What have you done for Africa? What have you done for
that's what
Africa?
happened.
You
You just said that's what
people from
happened,
East Africa, you done she didn't do shit for Africa. I don't know why you're being very negative.
bro. What is this dude talking
Come on,
about?
man. Stop saying all
What
this
did you
shit.
guys do? What did you guys do besides sell people?
We did not sell we did not sell people. Nobody sell people. You know what I mean?
So
That's not
how
true.
the heck? How
That's
the
not
heck?
true.
Yeah,
What happened? You just said.
people were harming each other. People were harming each other. Just Russia and Ukraine, they're fighting with each other. People were harming each other.
Marco.
Oh, that was
Marco.
They don't be selling each other like this, though.
Whether they were selling each other or not, you have to admit that you had enslaved individuals in the Mali Empire. You can't ignore that fact.
no. It doesn't exist in the Mali.
What do you mean? It doesn't. So if I
What we
looked
call
up,
slavery is not the
hold on,
same.
hold on, Marco, hold on, just real quick. If I was to look up, did the Malian Empire have slaves? It should tell me no, correct?
Okay, so what they call
It's
Mali?
it's a it's a it's a yes or no. It should tell me no.
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh God. Can we just let it go? Yes, slavery happened all everywhere.
We're not gonna
Yes,
let
slavery
anything
happened.
go.
Yeah,
We're
but
not gonna let anything go. We're gonna, he brought it up.
He
No,
wants to
it
compare
We're
happened.
gonna
Let me
empires.
just
That's what
say,
we're
he's
gonna
gonna
give
try
it
to
Marco,
to him.
let
say.
it
Hold on,
go. It
Los.
happened in the Mali Empire. Next, it happened. We don't need to prove it. We know it happened.
Well,
He
you may
shouldn't. He
not need to
shouldn't
prove
try to
it, but let's
compare
just put
anybody.
it up there. I just
Wait a
want
minute. Hold on.
where he
Hold
came
on.
from.
Why are you so afraid for it to come out? Like, why? I don't understand why we try to dismiss it all of a sudden.
I just hate it because it's so cringy.
No,
I
it's
hate the
not. It's
fact.
not. Don't
I
hate.
hate
We
that it
don't care.
happened. I
Listen,
hate that
listen,
it
listen,
happened,
listen.
yeah.
This is education. This is
and we know it
education.
happened. And I
This is
wish
for
Yeah,
educational
understanding
everybody
that it
purposes.
happened
I
and
said
it was a
it happened, but
mistake.
not a
This
type of
is for
slavery that was
educational
It
wrong.
was the
purposes. We
greatest
don't care
mistake.
how you feel
But
about it, sir. We're not
it's like
moving on until we're not moving on until we get everything straight.
no, it's like you and your
Since
girlfriend had a fight, and you
someone
guys keep bringing.
since someone feels like the slavery never happened in Mali, we're going to educate him.
Marco, can you just acknowledge it, please?
Obviously, he doesn't
I
know
said
anything
slavery
about
happened
history.
in Mali, but not the child of slavery, man. Not the
Obviously,
child
he
of
doesn't
slavery.
understand.
That's what I
See,
was
but that
saying.
ain't what you said, though. You said slavery
Nah,
didn't happen.
you people keep twisting my
You
words.
said
It wasn't
slavery
twisting of
didn't happen. No,
words.
we heard exactly what you said. You
You
said
said that
slavery
slavery did not
didn't happen.
exist.
Yes, it happened, but not a child of slavery
We
one.
didn't. We never said. Who
You
said
said it
anything?
didn't happen.
Who? Wait a minute. Wait a
I
minute. Cause wait a minute. Cause who said anything about chattel slavery? No one. We said slavery happened in Mali. That was it. No one said chattel slavery
But
Happy and Molly.
the way the guy was making it seem
No,
like
that's not how he made it seem. What it was you heard what you wanted to hear. And when he said, "Are you
you're right,
sure
you're
that's
right.
what? Are you sure that's where you want to go with it?" You said yes. Guess what? We here now. So sit back, relax, and buckle up, because we finna take your ass on the educational ride. Don't worry about it, since
Right,
you don't
right,
know about your own people.
right, right, right,
To
right.
say that, it's just, oh, it happened, let it go. That's disrespectful right there.
No,
Right.
it's just so ashamed. It's
Hold
so
on,
And,
hold
and
on.
it's not a shame.
What's the
Ashamed of
talk
what?
about?
What we're
Humans
ashamed
being
of.
humans. Are you okay?
This is, hold on
Are
for
you
a second.
okay about humans?
It means we're
I'm
So
not
you
enslaved,
don't
okay.
right?
like
What's the
that
prompt about?
humans were actually
Wilfred,
being human
Not even
beings.
know that. My bad.
Wilfred, just so that we understand something real quick, okay? You said that this is shameful, this is embarrassing. We don't want to talk about it. It's hurtful history. Well, I'm sorry to let you know this, brother, but I don't know if you're a continental African, but as a person that is an African descendant, we got to talk about it. My existence in itself is an example of it existing. So we have to talk about it, brother. Now, you may not want
And
we are
then
also in existence because they survived, brother. And that's the pride that comes with that.
exactly. And where you
I'm going
think
to drop.
these people? Where do you think that these people learned this slavery from? Chattel slavery from? Y'all have to stop being disingenuous, because
They learned from the
it hurts your
Arabs.
feelings and it don't fit your narrative.
No, but we should, because I was thinking they were the first people to profit from it. They should also pay reparations too, the West Africans.
I ain't got no. I don't think they got any money. So all
Some of the
right.
same people that sold slaves in
Uh
West Africa had some of their people in slaves themselves.
First of all, wait. See, what y'all fella realize is Africa is a huge continent, and there is different ethnic groups in this continent. It's just like with
I know that.
African Americans. African Americans, don't y'all know they have Bloods and Crips?
Yeah.
Those are
Oh,
not
okay, it's the
tribes.
same thing. It's basically the same thing. You're gonna have conflict with other ethnic groups.
You can't compare a criminal organization to an ethnic group.
Are you
I think the
okay? Over
Just like
territory. It doesn't matter.
They're
They're
fighting over
not fighting over
no
resources.
color.
different in other
See
territory.
how you fella realize what they fighting for real? They didn't fight for colors. They fought for
That's what I just said.
territory.
I said
They fought for territory. So whoever won the fight got the land. Same thing. Whoever fighting with the Bloods and the Crips, if the Bloods and the Crips fight with each other, whoever win that fight gonna get that block.
this
That's
happened
that
in
shit
damn near
now.
every civilization.
You're not listening. Like, y'all don't pay attention. Y'all have, like, I'm not saying this happened all over the fucking world. The Europeans was doing this shit, and they was doing this shit all the time.
I think they learned from the Arabs though.
Like,
So what's
y'all
the
don't
point
understand
about
that. They didn't learn anything. Listen, humans are
No,
gonna be fucking humans.
the,
There's
you
gonna
know
be
the
conflict. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't get that.
the Arabs were buying children and selling children.
Just, oh shit.
Yeah, the Arabs. Well,
Y'all
What
missed
proof do
the
you have
point
of
all the
that?
I'm
way.
trying to
27
figure out what the
delivery. I don't know
point
what you're
is.
saying. You're saying a bunch of like I don't know. misinformed like a rhetoric that has no educational foundation. I want you, like, when you say something, you prove it.
Who you talking about? Me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to the prompt. I think we left it a
Like,
while ago.
Yeah,
Do we
we
have any?
we've been gone for a minute.
Yeah, we've been gone. We left. That was a good. That was actually a good analogy because I think. Yeah, I think about that often. How those two are similar, gangs and ethnic groups. He just said something totally different. But
Host, what's your favorite group out of all these ones on the
my
panel?
favorite group to debunk,
No,
all
your
of them
favorite group that you like, secretly like. Come on.
that
What?
I secretly like. What you mean?
Because I always like the Israelites, man. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm so
That way.
glad that Drewski made that skit yesterday, man. You don't know. I must have sent it to everybody in my family. That was the favorite dad. Yeah, no, I don't have no love for none of them. I don't have no affinity for noun one of them. I wish they would all be dispelled into pseudo hell.
NOI is not that bad, though. Come on.
Only because they playing out because they so fucking pseudo. It's like I would have Freemasons up here, but you know everybody getting old and their doctors falling out. It's gonna happen. All that shit gonna happen for the rest of this shit eventually. It's gonna fall out because as we grow, people gonna get more smarter. They gonna get more common sense, and they gonna be like, "What the hell?" Of course, the snake did a moonwalk, and of course, Yakub did create white folks, and of course, black people are not the Arabs that became conflated with the North African Berbers. Of course, we not like all this stuff, bro. It's all childish. It's all anti-intellectualism. It's all coping. It's all identity crisis, Stockholm syndrome. It's what's the other one? Some more shit I can say. Let y'all know I know some post-traumatic slave disorder. It's a whole bunch of shit going on, man. But at the end of the day, I like to let the people know it's not a monolith. It's not all of us. It's just a small community of it because I love that source that Black First showed the other day with how we self-identify. I said 43. I keep on missing it. It's either 43, 45, 48 million.
48 million.
Black 48 million. Thank you. Black Americans identified as African Americans. So this other shit is just some TikTok shit. Y'all making me feel like I can't even be on the internet, bro.
But I do support the delineation for sure.
What does delineation mean?
You know, the precise, like I know the definition.
Wait,
I'm saying I
what?
Will you
support
really?
the movement.
What does it mean?
It means like to precisely describe something.
So okay.
No.
Oh my gosh.
So who is delineating?
You know, the Black Americans with their long lineage here in America, they're delineating from us, the Mud Hut Africans.
You want.
I honestly I see nothing wrong with that. I'm being so
You know,
realistic.
there is a
Why
lot
you
of
say
things
it like
wrong
that,
with
bro?
that.
It's funny.
There is a lot of things wrong with that.
Because our continent is screwed up. We have too much tribalism and issues. I see why you guys want to.
It's not. Context
So
is
create
screwed
more
up because of
tribalism in
tribalism.
America.
That's
No,
a
no,
human
no.
trait. Like you don't make no sense. See, this one
You're
I
not
just
against that.
I literally just said this dumbass shit. That is a human trait. It doesn't matter what part of the world you in. You're gonna have conflict. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, but you
They
know,
trying to act like Africa is like the only place that has
Like
conflict.
Congo
what
is
the
fucked
fuck are we
up.
talking about?
it's
Congo is
like
fucked up.
their
They're killing
plans.
like
You know,
thousands of people like in 2 months.
They do that shit every fucking where. Are we the fuck okay?
no, but I'm saying like white Americans don't call themselves European
Yes,
Americans.
the fuck they do. See, this how
They
the
call
fuck we
themselves
know y'all
European
niggas
American.
don't know shit
First
about
of all,
America.
Really?
why is there some sort of like, why would anybody want to strive to be like fucking white Americans though? Like that's the
Yeah,
insanity.
but it's
And
just
it's because
strange.
it's because they identify with whiteness, period, as a superiority issue. So they absolutely, do you not hear them? They have a whole movement called Europa where they want this to return to a quote unquote white America. They're supporting a white Christo fascist nation and they refer to their European roots.
Like y'all don't know enough about these motherfucking history for y'all to be talking crazy like this. This is what I say. You still legit. This nigga over here just got over here 2 minutes ago and he talking shit about what the fuck we should be doing. This shit's getting ridiculous.
So you guys want to join us Africans?
Oh my
We
god.
are Africans, brother. We're
No,
Africans.
but I'm just saying, you
Why
guys
you
really want to
sound
join
like
us?
that? You got a crush on me? That
I'm
ass.
just saying, you guys want to join us?
What you
I
mean
mean, shoot,
join?
bro.
What you mean
Have you
join
been
us?
like traumatized by FBA or something?
It sound
No,
like
I'm not
it.
traumatized. I'm just saying, you guys really want to join us?
What kind of question is that?
I don't
You
understand the
You
question
want
at
you guys
all.
because we marry multiple women. we
All Africans marry multiple women, my guy.
Why you say that?
Nah,
it's
nah,
very common for us. I'm
don't
just
believe
telling
that.
you.
What
Oh,
they
It's
got
not
to
all
do? Why is that the
African.
first thing
listen,
you
listen.
said?
Y'all know y'all have
That's dope for me.
right, and then on top of that, y'all know y'all also we do that here. If you don't know, we also do that here. It may not. It depends on what state you in. It may or may not be legal, but they
Yeah,
do that shit here too,
they do that
right?
shit. Yeah, they be saying they married over
Like
here.
niggas,
Niggas can say
niggas
they
have
married.
niggas have multiple women over
Yeah,
here.
side chick.
It may or may not be legal in certain states,
But
but it still is. It's still happening, right? And on top of that,
you said that
there
like it was
also
something.
have women that have multiple husbands.
Baby daddies.
So, like, I mean, we could call it what we want to call it, but it
Oh, we got
still
us
happens
one.
here. Like, I'm not understanding how you thought that that was a gotcha moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you thought that that was
Yeah,
going to be something that was going to
That's
deter
the first thing he
something.
went to. He said
it's
we
a
got us.
huge. We have just
I
two.
think the only people, and honestly, I think the Europeans used to do it too. They just, I don't know, for some reason, they got into the Bible, and now all of a sudden it's a sin. So I don't
I
know.
didn't know people wanted to just join us. That's what's
It's
What
mind
not
is
no
blowing.
join us?
join.
What
It's
What
is
not
is
no.
join?
join
Make
us?
it
We
sound like a
don't need to
club.
join you. We are you.
Why you
We
want
are
to
part
join
of
us?
you.
Why do y'all
Said
want to
join
join us?
us. Like
What
it's
is
not a.
joining us? Hold on.
Joining
What
us in
is
our
joining
struggle,
you when we
our African
already are a
struggle.
part of you?
So yeah,
We
the
already part
Some
of
delineation.
it.
of us
So
don't mind coming back home, but we
Really?
are a part of y'all. Like, what is? I don't get it.
hey,
We're
so
part
do
You
of
know,
you?
the
Hold
African.
on, hold
We're
on. Let me
part
ask
of
you a
the
yeah,
question.
African.
a lot of
27.
black Americans have already joined. If you
Uh,
Hold on,
go
let
to
me ask. Hold
black,
on, let me ask y'all a question. Somebody bring vet that people person bring. But so do Mexicans delineate? Do Indians have to delineate? Do Asians have to delineate? Why,
No.
ironically, is it black people trying to delineate? Like we don't know who we are. We already know. We already delineate. Everybody's already. We're African Americans. We already got our thing. It's nothing to delineate from. The all the delineation talks come from ignorance. It comes from people thinking that once you get your nationality in America, you can become an ethnicity in an African American, and that's not the case. You're still your
You know what I?
ethnicity.
You know what I also think? Don.
Uh-huh.
I think some of these people who feel this way are schizophrenic. You know how people always think that somebody trying to come for their shit, like, and it's not really what it is, but they still have that mindset. They schizos, bro. These niggas have a mental illness still. If you get what I'm
Psychosis.
saying,
No,
you know.
yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a lot. It should be a lot of mental illness in the black community, as a as a byproduct of chattel slavery.
Right,
It's just
cause
common
these
sense. You know,
niggas
you
are
got
paranoid.
ancestors. You got ancestors. You got like generally, we got so much European admixture in us. If you look at us generally on a chart, we supposed to have a white grandma or a white grandpa, not great great
Right.
grandpa, a whole grandma. But that's just how much they've been filtering themselves into our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and also like, how do you guys choose what country to even go to if you guys would decide to go back to Africa?
And listen, hey, you don't have to go to the country that you from. I
How
can
did you
go.
choose to come to America?
Right.
Bro, we had a whole war. We're like refugees.
I'm just,
Okay.
it's
But
the
how
same
come
thing. It's the same
again? How?
thing. It's
Okay
the
then,
same
bro.
thing. I look at it the same way.
Host, I wanted to respond to the prompt. It says
Oh, yeah,
who's
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Who's right? The pretendians? No. Those guys are funny. Psychosis for real, like mental illness. The Hoteps, those guys are a little bit funny, but I don't know. I think they're more focused on Egypt. I guess they're right about Egypt being more black than how mainstream media tries to portray it. The Israelites, they are they got kind of cool, but they got a bunch of wackos. But like those, I met a couple normal ones. They pretty chill. You know, they're just like other Christians. The Moors, the Moorish Americans are is a nutcase. Those people are insane, just like the Pretendians. Spiritualists, I don't know about that. Christians, they also a little bit crazy, and the NOI, they seem to be the most tame one on this list, in my opinion. The only thing bad about them that I remember is Malcolm X. you know, his downfall, and the little situation with the young women or young ladies, young females that he had a problem with the guy that was the leader. I forgot his name, but yeah,
That's kind of a big
um,
deal.
who's right? I would say none of them are necessarily objectively right, but you know, it's cool when everybody does their own thing. I think the problem is radicalism, being radicalized, and extremism, and like doing all this weird shit.
I think that's a byproduct of faith, though. Like, since none of these things are true and accurate, they obviously beliefs. People treat their beliefs like absolute truths. So that's going to allude to radicalism and extremism off the back. Like, whether we want to cherry pick, like how you said, you met an Israelite dude. I got a partner, a cool dude, Israelite partner. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's indoctrinated in the fiction. You know, we can't, you know, like, I'm saying we cool, but like, I'm just saying that like we just got a nice dap every time we link up. But I don't hang out with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to link up with them because we can't do that because his ideology is going to take the forefront, just like mine would in being a realist. So yeah, I do agree with you, but I'm just a little bit more strict with it. I'm trying to get us to unite. If we don't, and just to preface with this, this is ultimately so that we don't get infiltrated on. When you're divided as a people, which is obviously it's a covert agenda to do that. It's something coming in later to capitalize off that division. So yeah, ultimately we need to unite Black people, obviously descendants of slaves from Africa. The only way we can do that is in that umbrella right there. We don't have you don't have to make any umbrellas identity outside of that. That's cool. That's who you is. But I do appreciate that response though. Anybody else
So
want to
it's
get?
about to get real anti-black with Eduardo up here, so y'all can like have fun with him.
You know,
Hey,
I
hey,
don't mind people who are too crazy because I can fire back.
hey, Don. So this dude up yours. Hey, dude. Ain't you one of them Muslim dudes that practice that you said more was on your DNA in your DNA?
Wait, what are you talking about, guy?
Didn't you say the other night that when you did your DNA test it said more?
That's not what I said.
I
Yeah, it's
thought
you,
that
bro.
username and photo and picture looked familiar.
Yeah, it's you, bro. You the same one.
I
You
thought
the
that
one.
picture was gonna
What
be
are you
pseudo, but it
What are
made
you
me want to.
talking about, buddy?
You the one that I called you an Arab bootlicker. Well, I said a sandal licker because
Oh yeah, we was having a historical discussion, and you thought I was one of those Moorish American guys.
Wait,
no,
ain't
I
you
didn't think you was
Hotel
no
Villain?
Moorish American. I knew that you felt like you
Hotel
was.
Villain. Is this your other page?
Hotel villain? Oh yes, this is me. I am
I'm about
him.
to say I knew this was Hotel. I don't know. That's this Hotel Villain. Shit, we know his motherfucking stance. Shit, we don't. Well, y'all might have just met him. My bad.
Yeah, but I met him for the first time the other night, and he was talking about these Moors. Like he was just real apologetic towards them.
Oh, he just
He
said
was
the Moors was
apolog.
crazy though.
Does that? He
Yeah,
does that from time to time. But
and,
Hotel, why you went and got your other page? Why you ain't stay on the other page? You was up here on the other page.
That page is strictly for business.
So why did you come up here on it in the first place the first time?
I didn't know what account I was on.
Shut up.
I'll be switching
Yeah.
between accounts.
He said he had more in his DNA. That's a wild one right
Oh, I
there.
was just saying, because the West Africans, you know,
Wait,
they was
was it NOY started by an Afghan? The NOY.
Afghanistani.
what?
Yeah, like
I've yet to actually trace where Fard is from originally, but I know it's not America.
the NOY. I think it was started by like an Afghani dude or something.
He was probably part of the Wild
Wait, did
West
you say
magician shows
Afghani?
and shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't started by like a foundational black person, you know.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, he definitely not of African descent for sure.
Yeah, but
Likely not.
aren't all humans African descent though?
No.
No.
Why would you
All
conflate?
humans originate in what is the landmass that is now known as Africa. They're not of African descent because that was hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Dang, I just did not know everyone wanted to join us. That's what's just so mind
What are
blowing.
you talking about? Join? Are you recruiting?
No, but like I didn't know you guys. Every Black American consider
Okay, let me
themselves
ask you this,
African.
brother. What makes you
I want
think
to
that
be
we're
in
not
this
Africans
club.
I
here?
don't listen. I'll say it like this. I don't consider myself African as far as like I have a African culture that I'm a part of. I don't consider myself, a citizen of any of the countries in Africa to be African like that. But I am. We black people. We should know that we are biologically African. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but damn, I didn't know. Really, this is mind blowing. Seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you funny.
it
You
is mind
funny.
blowing. It
You
is
funny as
mind
hell.
blowing.
It was a
So
bro.
I have a
Eduardo,
question.
Eduardo, Eduardo. What's good?
Yeah.
You want to touch? You want to touch on the backdrop or any of the conversation you heard so far?
You know what, bro? The Israelites are the correct ones in this argument. I don't even know why we're, against. Nah, I'm just kidding. They're all crazy. They're all crazy. But I mean, I just want to know where all this nonsense began.
Which
With the
one? Which
whole.
one specifically?
I mean, all of it.
Well, you
Where
got to
did
think. Well,
it
you got to think
begin?
of what chattel slavery is. So you got a people recently. Just to kind of talk about two things. And one, how 27 Deli was talking about all people come from Africa. He's referring to like 300,000 years ago, humans origin being in Africa, right? So ever since then, people have been migrated out. Black people, we ain't been over here no probably like on average 275, 325 around there. That's probably the majority of how long we've been over here. So chattel slavery, what that does is they raping all your ancestors. Like I said, I don't got no white grandma, but we got so much European DNA in us. It's about a quarter European in us. They take away your language. They obliterate your identity, your culture. You have no ties to even logic no more, to what's right or wrong. This is what's going on during the duration of slavery. And I say we really should look into it if we're gonna be intellectually honest. Look into the atrocities of slavery, and not even just slavery. The things that were ongoing after that, like not even century by century, decade by decade and to what is going on to this day. And I say this, and I need to say this on every live. Until black people get reparations in America, America is still practicing white supremacy and racism against black people and dark skinned people as well.
Bro, like on the comments, we don't have any European DNA. Prokaryotic cells don't mix.
Okay, don't
This
worry about
this
the
this
chat.
started with
Just say
Noble
whatever racist shit you're gonna
Noble
say.
Ali, the prophet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, just for example, like that, people will regurgitate misinformation just because they don't even have a sense of what critical thinking is, of what a proper methodology is to do research because of a disadvantage, because of systematically racism. Like, you got people literally pushing agenda, anti-blackness, systematically in every way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it comes to redlining, whether it comes to Jim Crow, whether it comes to these black codes, whether it comes to the compromise. Like, pay attention to all the history and what happened in the course of, like, when we talk about, like, for example, the freedmen. A lot of people don't know the freedmen didn't have a long ass run, right? From emancipation to the compromise was probably what? How long was that? Wasn't even 25 years. I know that.
Wait, you talking
So
about the freedmen?
You talking about
Freedmen?
Reconstruction or what are you talking about?
yeah, I'm talking about Reconstruction.
Yeah, he talking about Reconstruction in the cell. Yeah, that was some dirty business.
So that's what I'm saying. So we got to pay attention. I'm hard on them, and I like when other ethnicities are hard on them. If it's genuine and it's not just to like get a racist row out, then I understand it. But these my people, so that's why I can talk to them any kind of way. I talk to them all kind of way because of
Eh,
course I'm black. That's part of the culture. A lot of time when other ethnic groups do that, even if you are cool, you may have a black friend or something like that. It can be seen as being anti-black. But even though, like for me, it's kind of like I say, I gauge that personally, and
also,
I'm just
just
putting
wanted to
it out there,
say,
not to
us
nobody.
Africans, so you guys understand what you're dealing with. A lot of us, we got our circumcisions very late.
Okay, that's not relevant to
What
anything
are we?
we're
What
talking
is happening right now?
I'm just saying, I don't know if you guys are aware of what the implications of being African. It's not easy.
Yeah,
So,
it's not
Okay,
funny
so
on that.
this dude that
It's the
you from
blood.
the Congo. You say your people from the Congo, and then you came over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You one of them self-hating ones. You don't really like
No, I
Africans.
love myself. I just didn't know people want to be a part of us.
You self-hating
can you like
African, meaning
stop
you
saying
have
that at this
disdain
point?
for Africans.
I don't think
Brittany
he's
Brittany
African.
want
I
to be
don't even
black.
believe him at this
I
point.
literally am through and through blood. Like
Brittany
my blood
barely
is
black
straight
though.
African.
That's crazy.
They ain't got nothing to do with disdain. That has nothing to do with the disrespect and the xenophobia you spit.
This
Wait,
is
how am I
listen.
splitting
I don't think
xenophobia?
he's really African. I think he's fucking trolling.
How
Yeah,
can I not be really African?
he
Yeah,
cosplaying African. He
because you
cosplaying
being
African.
hella anti-African right now.
I'm from there. Like I'm just saying, I know the reality of it.
Nah, you not.
I have a friend that's African. He from the Congo too. My boy.
Like I'm just saying, like
Is what?
we're there's a
This
reason
is
why I'm here in America.
It's what? And the reason why you're over here in America is because of colonization and what happened with Africa and how they
It's
divided it up. That's why
because
you're here.
that's part of it. But the other issue is we're very tribal and warlike.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
bro.
no.
You mentioned about
But
tribalism.
not
Tribalism
everyone in the
has
Congo
always
is
been
with that.
has always been that way.
The people in the south, they're dancing, shaking ashes, and everything. The people in the east of Congo, those are the ones like dealing with that. Were you in the east?
Yes, that's where I was. That's where my family's from.
Okay.
But see, he's not old enough to know anything about that place. First of all, you don't have any real idea what was going on. You just been told that by other people, and especially probably from other xenophobic
So
black people and Africans. You got
he's
xenophobic
24, so
Africans
I'm
too.
gonna be
that's the thing.
honest. I recognize his voice in the profile picture, and I feel like this was the same issue that came up before, where like people were questioning if he really was who he said he was, because he sounds very FBA-ish and just kind of like he's trolling.
Why do you hate me, Carol? Is your name
I don't
Carol?
Nobody hates
hate
you.
you, bro.
You
Nobody hates
seriously
you.
hate me.
He literally cosplaying African. He literally cosplaying
he
Africans.
don't have a
You just have
How can I
a lot of
cosplay
self hate.
something that's my blood, bro?
he's
Yeah.
African.
We've had plenty of
He-
people like this before that come in saying the same xenophobic stuff that either Tariq Nasheed said and they parroting that shit and you in that echo chamber. You're a parrot on a stick and all you do is just say the same shit over and over again, but you have no real evidence. All you can do is be a contrarian. You have nothing else. You just contrary to the facts. That's it.
I feel like you're oversimplifying me, man, and in a bad way,
Are you
Oh,
sure you're
you
not the white boy
simple.
in your profile picture instead of the
bro.
other one?
That's my friend. He's from Palestine, by the way.
That's a white boy, but okay.
He's from Palestine.
I didn't
I'm
say he
telling
was a
you.
Palestinian. I said that's a white boy, which he is.
I know, but you guys oversimplify things. I feel like.
Oh,
Nobody
No,
has to
you're using the
oversimplify,
wrong
bro.
terminology.
Y'all,
Oversimplifies.
y'all
It's not.
consider,
You're
y'all
too simple,
consider,
as a
what the
matter of
fuck
fact.
is happening?
He's
do
trying to
y'all
You don't have to
consider
categorize.
Arabs to
oversimplify
be
something
white?
that's very simple.
Do y'all consider Arabs to be white or
Nah,
white to
some of them
you?
is black,
Oh,
some
y'all,
of
let me
them
take a
white.
commercial break real quick. So this is YouTube right here. The Don Dada. I'm posting this video. This video will probably come up sometime probably tomorrow evening. Cause like they be long, they be taking a little while to upload and then put on. But yeah, this one is going
Show
on.
your username real quick again, Dada, so we can make
This
sure we're all
is
subscribing to it.
the Don Dada 6'9". Not on no freaky time. They they make you put under this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not ain't got nothing to
I'm
do
just
with the
playing.
name at least.
I'll play it.
So yeah, boom, boom, boom. And this will be published. This one was so funny too, y'all. This one was actually good too. Mello on here. Everybody be on here ultimately because they be 4 hours long. So this one gonna be good too. One of them we got Blackwater on there cooking. I gotta watch some of it because I be missing some of them. But actually, we finna go ahead and wind this up because baby want to go somewhere expensive. So we finna go to some Chinese buffet.
First off, you said expensive and Chinese buffet, and I know somebody on there was
That's a good idea for dinner, huh? But yeah, we
Tell
finna go
him,
ahead and
take you to feed you.
feed you.
Feed you, get her fed, make her
Oh,
happy.
feed you. I thought you had some
I've
recommendation.
been at work all day. He be acting like he don't know.
Yeah, she been at work all day.
All right, peace more.
All right, Morris. Peace,
And
love, and freedom and justice, Morris.
to all you self-hating, anti-black people, keep the boots out your mouth. Keep them sandals from them arrows out your mouth too. Peace,
Hey,
bro.
Eduardo, stay racist. Bye.
Laters.
All right, man. Y'all be good, man. This one going up, y'all.